What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. We got a nice hot topic today, man. It says at 11:05. Let's get it. Yo, where you at? You probably in the mid. You probably in the Midwest. You probably in the Midwest. But yeah, sorry for the wait, man. Yesterday, man, there was a lot of politics in the game. But this LiAngelo Ball situation, man, is crazy. I just kind of wanted all the aftermath to, die down, all the hype, because I'm kind of coming pause from a different perspective, about this whole LiAngelo Ball situation, because I believe that LiAngelo Ball is going to be on at least a summer league or some form of faction. What's going on, Cass? Shout out my dog Casanova. I ain't never know you was rapping. You feel me? I got something special for y'all, man. I know a dude. In a minute, I'm gonna bring a dude that worked with Dave East. You understand? A couple of dudes. K Slay, dudes out of New York. I'm gonna bring them on the show for you, Cass. I seen you working. Y'all need to go check out my man Cass, West Coast. But I'm gonna talk from a different perspective, y'all. This whole LiAngelo Ball situation, man, to me, it's kind of crazy because, like I said, I feel he's going to get a job, either summer league or possibly sign on to the roster. But, it's still going to be speculation. Everybody going to be like, yo, well, he only got this because it was his brother, this, that, and the third. Is he even any good? UCLA cut him. He didn't get drafted. All of these things are going to be coming to pass. You understand? That's why I said I'm looking at this from a different angle. I'm about to drop the link for the people that want to join. My bad. While I'm late on there. But I seen everybody hype yesterday. Seen LiAngelo working out. He did have Hornets practice gear on. So that makes me lead to something. That must account for something for him to have Hornets practice gear on. I think this dude, I'm telling you, I think he's going to get a shot with the Hornets. He's got a better shot with going to the Hornets than anywhere Lonzo Ball is going, because Lonzo Ball is not really like entrenched with an organization yet. LaMelo Ball is going to be with Charlotte for the next couple of years. They're not trading him. You understand? He'll just have to leave. Charlotte ain't going to let him go. It's not like when Lonzo went to the Lakers, it was a big trade brewing. Ain't no big trades and all of that going on right now. But I like LiAngelo Ball. I think this guy got talent. I think he's a good shooter. You understand? I think he could definitely help out a team. I feel like LiAngelo Ball did not get a good shot at even making a roster in the league or anything. It's crazy. My man Zach says, you don't think Lonzo could go to Charlotte? Yo, all of this shit, to be honest with you, this whole Lonzo Ball shit is so unpredictable, it's not even funny. I could see Lonzo Ball going a couple of different places, but there's a chance he could go to Charlotte. They can give up either Devontae Graham or they can give up that dude, give up Terry Rozier. I'm pretty sure the Pelicans will go for that. That'll be a good look for them. Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting, man. I swear everybody want Lonzo. I'm trying to tell you, everybody want Lonzo. Dude is a wanted man, pause. Everybody trying to sign him. But him going to Charlotte, man, that'll be box office. That'll be a box office attraction. Lonzo Ball in Charlotte? Are you kidding me? I ain't been seeing Terry around. Yeah. To be honest with you, I think they'll keep Devontae Graham. And I think they should. Number one, Terry Rozier is better trade value. You understand? Terry Rozier will give you better trade value on the open market. And also, Devontae Graham, he just won the most improved player of the year like a season or two ago. Y'all remember that? I think he was most improved. He was something. He won an award, Devontae Graham. That's the same player. You understand? So, I don't know. Think Graham coming back, shaking my head, meaning Monk or Hayward gone. Well, one of them probably gonna be gone, but I think Devontae Graham gonna be gone. I think Terry Rozier will be the guy to go. But bottom line is you got to clear up some room. There's too many point guards on this roster. Everybody hit that like button. Most definitely hit that subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV. But like I said, man, it's crazy. LiAngelo Ball, man, hopefully he takes advantage of this opportunity because eventually he's going to have to step on the floor in front of everybody. So that's where you're going to have to prove. All this hype, speculation, BS is going to have to pay off. He can't go out there in the summer league and play like shit. And another thing, that's not even fair on LiAngelo Ball's part, number one, because LiAngelo Ball, he's going to be coming into the league. Even if he was in the summer league, he would be coming in with immense pressure. It'd be better if he came in on the summer league, but because it'd be lesser competition. Because could you imagine if they just threw LiAngelo Ball on a damn regular season roster out of nowhere, and everybody's going to be expecting him to produce, and if he doesn't, they're going to shit on him. And I think it's unfair because he'll be pretty much a rookie. You understand? He's going to have to make his trials and tribulations, but he's not going to be afforded that opportunity that a lot of players are given. He's going to be asked to come in and be the number one option day one. He's going to have to come in and prove that he's a beast day one. And if he don't, they're gonna try to throw his ass out the league. You understand? So these are things we got to think about. Melo, Lonzo, Jello, Miles, and PJ starting five. Yeah, that's all I got. I seen him working with PJ. Jello, we got to see what he does well. What if Jello was eligible to win Rookie of the Year? LOL. Yo, you think he got that kind of talent? Do y'all think LaMelo Ball got that? Jello Ball got that talent to win Rookie of the Year. Do you think that he got it like that? They need to start Jello in the summer league to succeed. I think he's going to get a shot. This dude, Thanasis Antetokounmpo, Giannis' brother, he got a shot. He can't do shit. And they on the championship roster. You can't tell me they can't put Jello on the Charlotte Hornets. You ain't going to tell me that. It's crazy. I think Jello, he gonna get a shot, but he's got to answer the call when given. You can't fuck this up, Jello. Yes, he has talent. Tony said he got talent. He got talent to win Rookie of the Year though. That was the question. I know he got talent, but is he Rookie of the Year talent? Come on, let's be realistic, y'all. There's some good dudes coming out this drive. You got Cade Cunningham, a couple of them guys. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Brother Tony, what's good?
Yes, sir. How you doing today?
I can't call it. I'm doing all right. What's up with you?
We was talking about the Jello topic.
Yeah, what's up, man? Do he got talent to win Rookie of the Year? The people in here talking Rookie of the Year.
Absolutely.
What does Jello do well?
The Jello led California in scoring?
I heard you mean UCLA?
No, he led California in scoring in high school. You know that, right?
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Okay. Do you know he scored 60, 60, 70 back-to-back in high school?
To be honest with you, you got to educate me on Jello. I'm going to listen. That's what I really don't know much about Jello, but LaMelo and Lonzo, I know.
Jello averaged 33 points in high school. You got players like Seth Curry and J.J. Barrera and all these type of guys and Devil Adova and all these guys. They only averaged 20 points in high school. He averaged 30 in high school. He went to the European League and led the league in scoring.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so why do you think he don't have the talent? Everywhere he goes, he leads in scoring.
You think he's competing with Cade Cunningham and these other guys coming out?
I don't think they can touch him. I don't think they can touch him.
Made that shot.
The league now is about shooting.
Jalen Suggs.
Yes, the league now is about shooting. Your athleticism is not the thing that gets you on in the top tier in the NBA anymore. It's about shooting, and all he's going to do is jack threes. You see?
I remember when he was in UCLA, he was airballing a couple. Remember?
No, but that wasn't even. He didn't even get a chance to play in the league. He played. That was summer league. I mean, that was preseason.
Oh, okay. My bad.
But they had him coming off the bench.
To be honest with y'all people, I really don't know that much about Jello like that. I got to get educated. So I don't want to come in here and act like I'm an aficionado on Jello. Y'all got to put me on. That's what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, this is the NBA.
Okay, but you got to realize that probably 30% of the players that he played against them in the what do they call that?
He played exactly. I know he played against Trae Young.
What is that? What is it called? AAU?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played against 30% of the players that he's going to play against. He played against them in the AAU. He played against Miles Bridges, Trae Young. What's the shooting guard for the New York Knicks?
RJ. No, RJ.
What's the shooting guard for the New York Knicks?
RJ.
RJ. He played against RJ Barrett, and he beat them in high school. He played against probably 30% of the guys that's in it. What's the guy that played for Boston? Tatum.
Yeah.
Fultz, Markelle Fultz. He played against all them guys and was putting up 30 and 40 against them.
It's gonna be interesting to see, Brother Tony. That's crazy.
Right. I don't see every place he's gone and every players that he's played against, he hasn't.
So what would you expect from Jello in the summer league? If he got that opportunity. Did you hear me? Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think Jello would do if given the opportunity in the summer league. What would those numbers look like? That's what I want to know. What would be a respectable stat line for Jello? Yeah, hit that like button. Shout out my man Zach. Bro, ankle injury every season. He finally healed and looks very conditioned now. Yeah, a bucket. He's ain't gonna be a bucket. 14, 5, and 2. I think that'll work.
Yes, sir.
14, 5, and 2. That's a good look. Yeah.
Yeah, he can average 18 in the summer league if they let him play. He can definitely average 18. Yes.
I think something like that. That's respectable.
Right. But that's if they let him play.
Dude said 25 and 5.
But it's,
yeah, they gotta let him play. What happened in Detroit?
He averaged 15 in the European League.
What was that?
That's the equivalent of
That was in Lithuania, right?
Right. But scoring 15 in Lithuania like scoring 30 in the NBA. The leading scorers in the European League is always like 15, 14 points, 16 points. I think they had 2 years after he left, I think the leading score was like 18 points in the entire league, the European League.
In the entire league?
But
it's still going to be a better push on Jello, man. You know, Lonzo came in with a lot of pressure. Lonzo came in the league with a lot of pressure. LaMelo, slightly less pressure. You know, but Jello's going to come in with that Lonzo pressure.
Okay. But what did Zoe do when he came in the league? He
don't deserve his spot, so he's going to have to earn it. I'm just telling people what it's going to be.
But what did Zoe do when he came in the league?
He started a little slow. He got hurt. He played all right a little bit. You know, there was a lot of bullshit going on. But
no, sir. Now, if you go check the history, when Zoe came in the league, he was the MVP.
Yeah, I know that.
Right? He broke the record for assists in the summer league. Right? His second game, he scored 30.
I think it was 32, I think, wasn't it? 28 or 32. I think it was 32.
Okay, well, somewhere around 30, his second game, and then Luke put him on the bench. He came in the league with a bang. Most
That
people
didn't
say.
last long for Luke, did it? Yeah.
Say it again.
Luke didn't last too long after that move. That must have been a bad move.
Right.
You
But
know,
they say that.
he tried to. I don't mean to cut you off, brother Tony. He tried to pull that same BS with Rajon Rondo the season later.
Well,
Lonzo wasn't even the starting point guard to start the season. He had to come in for like the first couple of games, and then he eventually became a starter.
right. Sure did. Right. But I don't think Jello is going to have any problem unless they don't play him. If they put him on the bench, then you might have some issues. But if they give him some time, say they give him 18 to 20 minutes a game.
Right.
He gonna put up some numbers, man. Because all he do is shoot threes. And you know he knows how Jello plays, so he knows how to get open. Right. He's not trying to handle the ball and bring the ball up court and all that old type of stuff.
Yeah, Jello has a scared look. Detroit video at practice, and now the Charlotte video. Oh, this dude, my man T Sam in the building. T Sam, what's good?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, what's your thoughts on this topic, man?
Yeah, I don't know how to call it, man, because you know what I mean, out of all the highlight reels and stuff, I try to find the Jello. I'm not saying he can't score, but every time I see him, he's like catching shoot or catching under the basket, scoring. You know what I'm saying? I never see him giving it to nobody.
Giving it to him like what?
Knock on him that he couldn't handle the basketball. You know, I think something was going on. I don't know. What's his position? What position is he playing in the NBA?
I don't know.
He plays shooting. He plays shooting guard. That's what he played.
Shooting guard. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. I wanted to work out for him, man. But I don't have enough footage for me to make that decision, man. Because every time I try to find something on him, it's like him catching and shooting. It's like nothing with him showing any handles or nothing like that.
But that's what he is. He's a catch and shoot player. He's not a drive to the bucket type of player. He's not a ball handler. He's a catch and shooter.
But one thing I will say, man, nobody can score points sitting on the bench. So whoever, if he go to the summer league, they got to put him in the game. Because if you really think about it, that's going to be their draw for next season. LiAngelo, that's what's going to boost their ticket sales.
Right.
So whoever, they need to make it happen. If they want to be more than just a poverty. I gotta say something too, man, about these poverty franchises. They act like these poverty franchises act like people on food stamps in Section 8, where they don't want to do no better because if they do better, then they don't get the food stamps taken away from them. You know what I'm saying? Section 8 taken away because some of these guys, they don't want to hire talent. Like how you gonna have talent? I'm talking like the Pelicans. The Pelicans don't want to pay to keep talent, bro. But what's going to end up happening is that once people see that you don't want to pay to keep talent, they're going to leave. Like Jackson Hayes over there with the Pelicans. Sooner or later, they're going to have to pay that guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing with all these. I'm wondering with these poverty franchises.
That's what's going on with the Atlanta Hawks. They ain't gonna be able to pay everybody. I think the owner just came out with something. They just said the team might have to get broken up. They can't pay all of them. Look how many people they will have to pay. They got to pay Kevin Herter, John Collins, motherfucking who else? There's another dude I'm missing.
The guy that's injured.
Cam Reddick. The guy that's injured. I forgot his name. He was a beast too. DeAndre Hunter.
Right.
Yeah, that's way too many guys, right?
Yeah, I don't understand it, man. I don't. Why even? How you gonna build a team? You like banking on these dudes not getting better is what I'm saying. You banking on them not turning into all-stars so that you can retain them.
Well, they becoming kind of too good for their own good. Somebody will pay Kevin Herter.
That's what I'm saying. So, it's funny because they want a championship team, but they want a championship team with an all-star or all-star, maybe a superstar, and then the rest role players, and that's the way they want to get it done. You're not about to get no championship team. Everybody on the team got to have all-star, superstar in mind and pressing for that thing. But in the same time, knowing their role on the team.
Right.
You can't be banking on people not to get better, man.
You said for who to get better?
I said these teams can't be banking on players not to get better in order to retain them for the next season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a lot of politics. Yeah,
but I don't know about Jello, man. I wanted to work out for him. I really do, because I'll be dope having all three of them in the league. But I know what people are going to say. If he don't, there's not enough footage. We don't have enough footage. He got in for his brother. It's me personally. I don't care if his brother did get him in the league. Who cares? Look at the rest of these dudes. You telling me what's this? Steph Curry didn't get in the league because of Steph, and the Giannis brothers didn't get in the league because of Antetokounmpo, whatever his name is.
Right.
But the difference is, Jello is a baller. You said you haven't seen footage on Jello.
No, I've seen.
You want to know who Jello is? If anybody,
I see much. I haven't seen much.
If you want to know the type of player that Jello is, he's just like Glenn Rice. If you remember Glenn Rice, he used to play for the Lakers. He played for I think he played for Charlotte and the Lakers. He's exactly like Glenn Rice. He's a 6'5" Glenn Rice. It's the exact same game.
Okay.
Let me know in the comment section what player in the league resembles Jello.
Or you can say what was the
somebody more modern today? Somebody more modern today.
I can't think of nobody modern. He plays like Byron Scott. That's the type of player he is. A Byron Scott that used to play with Magic.
Somebody saying Klay Thompson. They're here talking about Klay Thompson.
That's what he is, but he's not as defensively sound as Klay Thompson.
Yeah, take Klay as a two-way.
Right. He's not a two-way player.
Two-way though?
It's a unique view. Unique view.
He's not a one-on-one defender, but he plays the lanes real well, and he got quick hands. He gets a lot of deflections.
That's something he's gonna have to develop. Being a one-on-one defensive player, he got to. That's gonna be his bread and butter, because if he ain't got the handles like Melo, and he don't got the court assist the IQ like Zoe, he gonna need that defense, man. He already got the 3-point shooting.
Somebody in the comment section talking about Jello could defend.
But why would he need to be?
You got to defend in this NBA.
He needs two things to go off of. He just can't.
Why do you say that?
Well, if he ain't going to defend, he got to be able to put the ball in the hole.
Right, but
he's a sniper. He's like Steph Curry. Why does he have to be a defender? Steph Curry's not a defender.
Okay, all right. Well, he gonna have to prove that. That's all I'm just trying to say. I ain't disrespecting Jello, but I'm just saying this is gonna be the talk when he gets a shot. Okay, this is gonna be what all the media and all the people are discussing. So I'm just bracing the people. You know, I love Jello. I love LaMelo. I like you know what's up with LiAngelo. But I'm just letting the people know this is gonna be the talk with Jello. He's gonna have to prove what y'all saying. People talking about he could defend. I'm just saying, if you can't defend, you gotta be a beast. You better be able to score. As Kevin Huerter can't defend. There's a lot of dudes who can't really defend.
And that's my point. We know Jello was a shooter. We know
Williams can't defend.
We know he's a sniper. But is he a scorer though? Because that's different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We know he can light it up from the 3-point line.
Kemba Walker can't defend. Shout out Dante.
Is he a scorer or is he a shooter?
Who?
Jello. Is Jello a scorer or is he a shooter?
I don't know. To be honest with y'all people, I need to be educated more on Jello because I don't have much footage. So I'm kind of relying more on the people. So I'm not going to come in here and act like I know everything because I don't.
He's a scorer.
Put me on.
That's what he is. He's a scorer. But his main weapon is the jump shot. He's a scorer, but his main rep. I remember. He's like all I can think about is old school players. He's like a Andrew Toney. If y'all remember Andrew Toney, this is probably before y'all time. Let me see.
Yeah, man. Who
Let me see. He's not like a player today. He's a shooter. But he's a scorer.
He's
But
like
his main
Klay
repertoire,
Thompson, man.
right? But he can. I've seen him take the ball on the wing, drive it, take it, dribble it behind the back, and pull up on a three. You see what I'm saying? I've seen him bully players down low. He bully shooting guards. He's real strong.
I definitely think he can bully somebody because I mean he's just a solid guy.
Right. But I don't think it's a player like that that's out him because he's an unconscious shooter.
I tell you this, I think he's better than those twins.
Absolutely.
Huh?
Yes.
What's
Charlotte?
The twins on the Charlotte. He's better than them.
Yes, he is. But them boys in Charlotte, they got good defense. The twins got good defense.
They score though.
No, they don't have the scoring repertoire of Jello.
Charlotte needs scores.
I mean, he's unconscious with that jump shot. He's unconscious. You know, he don't even think about it.
Well, y'all let me, like I said, y'all gotta let me know what's going on. I ain't seen that much. When I see the UCLA wasn't on that.
The only player that he go ahead.
Go ahead.
The only player he's played against in his entire basketball career that can score on his level is Melo. That's the only player that he's ever played against that put up the numbers he put up.
Right.
You see, I think Melo broke his record in the top 5 all-time scorers in California. Him and Melo is the top 5.
For real?
That's right. For 1 year, that means. I ain't talking about career-wise. I'm talking about 1 year.
Yo, we got Slim in the building. What's going on? Something probably going on with the audio. Yo, you hear?
Hey, but
keep going.
Did y'all see that video with Jello in the Charlotte gym?
Yes.
Oh, so
it wasn't
I only seen the picture.
This is just a side note. There's a video out there. A side note. I'm looking at this dude, Graham, bro. They look like they was annoyed with this dude. Like they don't even like that guy. When I'm looking at the video,
I noticed that too.
Yeah, everybody looking at this dude like, oh man, is this dude again?
I agree. But I looked it up. I didn't see Graham as a most improved player. I didn't see that. I looked that up. I couldn't find it.
Who said he was most improved player?
Flight said that he was most improved a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, he was in the voting, but I don't think he got it. I noticed somebody said that Jello has a fearful look on his face. Was that somebody on the panel that said that?
A fearful look?
Yeah.
What's that mean? Like,
so Wayne says Jello averaged 30 his whole career. I don't know if that's true or not. But y'all let me know.
He did. He averaged 30 all in high school.
High school and JB, I believe.
Right. He scored 70 in both leagues.
He was the scorer.
Right. That's what he is.
Everything that they can, Melo and Lonzo can't do, Jello can.
That's right.
That's what LeVon said.
That's the truth, man. I've been watching the boys since high school. I watched him and Melo both 2 years in high school.
Oh yeah?
And he can put that ball in the hole, man. He ain't no joke. And he can shoot it from anywhere.
You in Cali?
Huh? No, I'm not in Cali. I'm in Houston now, but I'm from Chicago.
Okay.
What part of Chicago?
South Side.
Okay.
Yes, sir. But you know, he can shoot it from anywhere. He can shoot it from the corner top of the key. He can shoot it from the wing. He can shoot it from the logo. He can shoot it from anywhere. And he unconscious, man. He don't have no. He like Steph. Not Seth, but Steph. He unconscious with it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this dude play, man. But the thing that I'm getting, I have a feeling that's going to happen is they don't play this dude and put him on the bench, like how Detroit didn't want to let him play. You know what I'm saying? Right. I know that Jello was a big draw as far as ticket sales or whatever, but I hope they just don't use them for that purpose. You know what I'm saying? I hope they actually let this dude get in the because, bro, if they do that, if they sign Jello, bro, I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but the likelihood of Lonzo going there, maybe not this contract, but next contract. You follow me?
Yeah.
The likelihood of him going there is going to be a lot more higher percentage.
You think
so? I think it raises the percentage. Yeah, I think it raised the percentage this year.
What? And if he went to the summer league or the NBA?
If they let Jello play, that raises the likelihood of Zoe going there this year. To me,
you can't count it out.
No, I'm not counting it out. To me, I just told everybody that this whole Lonzo situation is the most unpredictable shit I've seen in some time. Like everybody, I feel like they got a legitimate shot. You know?
Yo, let me make this point too. Now that you bring that up, because I was watching a fumble one day, and the fumble was like, the Clippers or who they said somebody could be getting a superstar. I forgot what, and they had Kawhi up there, some other player, and they had Lonzo. And people in the comments below like, oh, Lonzo not a superstar. Lonzo not a superstar. And I agree with them as far as basketball, make it to the All-Star game, whatever like that. But, bro, Lonzo has held the media attention, bro, since he came in the league.
That's right.
And that's what on top of him being labeled a bust. This brother was just stuck around. Like the media love talking about this dude. So I don't see no other. I told Flight this thing a few weeks ago, bro. We seen Lonzo and Jello and Marvel commercials for the Black Widow.
Right. I saw that too. Yeah.
Like these dudes may not be a superstar on the basketball level, but this dude is definitely a star, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
So he's gonna garner ticket sales. If he all he got to do, to be honest, all he has to do is average an okay stats, bro, and he'll be relevant through his whole entire career.
But
I can't see him having okay stats.
No, I don't.
But he
just looking at his trajectory already. Each year he gets better.
Right.
So we don't even know where his ceiling is at yet, because he just keeps getting better.
Right. But he's definitely a superstar, man. He has a higher profile than most of the stars in the NBA.
Right.
Exactly. Even though he's
it's funny. It seems like they almost talk about Lonzo more than they talk about Zion or Luka. Yeah.
That's right. And if he goes to the Lakers, I think he brings more prestige to the Lakers than LeBron did.
He does, because there's a lot. He actually got drafted now.
And there's a lot of Lakers fans that was hot when they traded him.
Yeah, he'll get a sad innovation. That building will chant his name like go crazy.
A lot of Lakers fans was watching these kids from Chino Hill's days. So Lonzo was like, you know what I mean? That was like their little brother coming up.
Yeah, it's like a legacy play.
And then when they traded him off, they kept Kuzma.
That's why I can go a multitude of ways. It's a good story for the Hornets too. It's a good story for everything. The story, if he went to the Hornets, the family, this, that, and the third, he go out there to LA. That's a legacy play. He go out to New York. I mean, You know, that's neither said nor done. You know, we'll leave it at that. But I'm just saying, you
Yeah,
know,
wherever you go to is gonna be money.
exactly. I think we could cut Chicago out. No, I'm playing. No, I really don't know, man. You think Chicago still got a shot? I think they. I don't know.
Yeah, it really depends on
Uh,
who picks up who, because
I think they
there's a
dropped
lot of
down to
point guards.
third.
Yeah, I haven't heard much on Chicago. Oh, we
Yeah, I
got
think they
DJ.
dropped.
We got True. Pay homage. What's going on, DJ?
What's good, man?
What's up, man?
You know,
I was telling the people, man. How you feeling? You good?
man, I'm good, man. You know, I'm taking flight this morning. Get it? I'm taking.
I'm trying to tell you. I've been trying to tell people because, to be honest with you, DJ, I need to be educated on Jello. You know,
Right.
I know a little bit. I know Lonzo. I know LaMelo, but Jello, I kind of, you know, I'm a little lost. I know a little bit. I don't know much footage. I ain't follow him like that, so I'm kind of, you know, following y'all lead. You know, so but I'm letting the people know I believe that my man is going to gonna get a shot. I believe Jello's gonna get on, but I feel like the only problem is when he gets on, it's gonna be a lot of speculation, a lot of politics. They're gonna be like, "Yo, you got on because of your brother." It's gonna be immense pressure. I think he gonna have that Lonzo pressure, and you know they're gonna ridicule him if he don't do his thing. You know, I think it's gonna be unfair because he's coming in as a rookie. But I'm kind of trying to give you a backstory. But talk to me, DJ. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, there will be jealousy, of course, because they're gonna see that Jello is giving a favor that other players don't get. Let's be honest, man. When the last time you heard of a player miss almost 2 years of basketball and get a shot? You don't hear that too many times. So there's going to be animosity. What Jello got to do is worry about himself, work on the things that he's not good at. We already know he can shoot the three. Strong guy. I can't wait to see how he plays. I'm assuming he's playing in the summer league. That's his best shot. He needs to average 18 and up in the summer league. Because as you know, there's people who score 15 points in the summer league and still don't make an NBA roster. So he needs to average 18 and up.
Yeah, and I agree with something you said too, DJ. I watched your video the other day when you were saying how there's only so many roster spots, so he got to come in and take somebody's spot.
Yeah.
So it can't be no buddy, friend. You playing together, but he got to go out there and do his thing.
Right. This is not one of those happy-go-lucky situations. I'm a realist, and I'm not gonna say Jello's gonna make the NBA till I see it.
Right.
I gotta see it, and it's only right. I only seen him play a few times, and
He
that's
in
2
there.
years ago.
He's in there.
He's got to prove
Y'all
it
gonna
first.
lock
He got
that
to go
in.
in the summer league. No, he's got to go in the summer league and prove it. We can't. That's not right. That's not basketball. Since they say, "Oh, you just in the NBA and you missed 2 years," he's got to take over in the summer league, and once he does his part, then he could be in the NBA. He must score again. Y'all heard it first. 18 and up in the summer league.
Is that,
You giving him 18 in the summer league?
He has to score 18 and up, because look at the people who scored 10 to 15 points in the summer league and they're not in the NBA roster. He's got to score 18 and up.
right? And if you look at again, I'm going back to that video that dropped the other day from Graham. They didn't look too buddy up in that gym, man.
No, they did not.
And
I didn't see all of that. What you mean they look too buddy?
I saw the whole IG.
Why would Devontae Graham put him on camera?
I don't know, man.
He probably didn't like that.
It seemed like everybody had the still face on.
Yeah, I think Jello probably wanted to go in there low key.
And when DJ said that thing about taking a roster spot, immediately when he said that, I thought about that video and I thought about people's faces. They're in there training with Jello, bro, but Jello Bob is trying to take one of these spots.
It won't be none of theirs.
No, they got
It won't be
they got 3 or 4 roster spots opening up.
Oh, they do? Okay, I didn't know that.
It won't be
Free
PJ,
agency. Yeah,
but
free agency. Yeah.
you'll have critics saying they could have got a bunch of players other than him. So I'm just saying there's going to be criticism over this situation. But the only way he's going to answer it unless he ball the hell out.
I see, buddy.
Y'all keep forgetting the Trump card, man. Y'all forgetting the Trump card.
What's
That's just like saying Giannis's brother has to prove himself. Giannis' brother didn't have to prove anything.
I can't say that he went overseas and he did a solid job. I can't say that. We can't say that, bro. He went overseas and put in work.
Who did?
I think
Giannis's brother.
I think he had a couple awards from overseas.
Yeah.
Now Giannis.
You saying that wait a minute. You saying that Giannis's brother did something in the summer league?
No, overseas, and I believe he did play in the summer league as well. He won awards overseas.
I think he balled.
Okay, hold up. Didn't Jello go overseas and lead the league in scoring?
What league?
The European League.
Did he?
He didn't play. Jello didn't play in Euro League.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. He didn't play. None of the Ball brothers played in Euro League.
What did they play?
They played in Lithuania League.
That's what I mean.
And LaMelo, that's not the Euro League.
What league is it?
That is the Lithuanian League. That's why it has nothing but Lithuanian teams. Euro League is Spain. Yeah, Euro League is Spain. Like the begins with it? The team with the N. That's very popular. France, Germany.
One Lithuania, right?
Yeah, that's the Lithuania League.
So we're gonna look at that right now.
That's the LKL.
Yeah, that's what it is. The LKL. Right, exactly. So you got pros that played in
the Euro League.
But you have pros that's in the league right now. They played in the what do you call it?
But was Jello the leading scorer in that Lithuanian league though?
Yes, sir.
No, he was the leader scorer of the team.
No, sir. No, sir.
The leading scorer in the league was in Zalgiris.
Listen to me, brother. He was the leading scorer in the league. The only reason why he didn't get the scoring title because of the amount of games that he played in. He was the leading scorer in the league. He missed it by a couple of he missed it by a couple of games to qualify to get the award, but he was the lead scorer in the league. You got pros that came from his team, that Lithuanian team. You got pros in the league. You got pros in the league that played in his league. He played in the LKL league.
Did you know there was a player in Zalgiris that scored 18 points a game? We got to use facts, brothers. I want Jello to ball out. Shoot, when he's in the summer league, I want him to get 20 points. But we can't.
I told Flight before you came on, the average leading scorer in his league, which is the International Cup Euro League or the LKL, they normally average around 15 points. That's the leading scorer. I said 2 years after he came out, somebody averaged 18 points. But normally the leading scorer in the LKL is about 14 points, 15 points. And he averaged 14.7, 14 point something.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to take a back seat to learn more about Jello because I don't know all the facts. So I'm listening. I'm going to validate everything y'all saying. I'm going to look into these games. I said he averaged 30 all through high school. I don't know. You didn't say that, DJ, but they did. Is that true?
Yeah, that is true right there. That's true. But remember, LiAngelo's draft analysis, leading scorer of his team. See, the leading scorer in the league was Bano Udrid, or he used to play in the NBA. Scored like 18. One of the Zalgiris players scores 18 points per game. So I know it wasn't league, but on his team. But I'll say this, as a teenager, because Jello was 19 years old, that's really good to score 15 points per game and in a league that's not very too kind to American players. So that's impressive. But But we got to be about truth when we talk about Jello, man. Like it's just like LaMelo. Everybody knows I'm a big fan of LaMelo, but I'm not gonna go around saying he's the Magic Johnson or something. Melo is a talented player. He's most likely going to be all-star. His trajectory is high. And one thing about LaMelo, man, throughout all the trials and tribulations, he rose above the hate. And he's just built like that. And I can't wait to see him play next year. As for Jello, all he has to do is keep his head down and stay focused. What I'm saying is looking out for Jello, because I know how these players are going to be, man. Look at the body language. The brother that said on the IG video, look at the twins. If you look at the video, they all tensed up. You know, it was awkward.
Yeah, because they know somebody had the asses out the door.
Yeah.
One of those bum twins out the door.
It's a game within a game, brothers.
That's LaMelo brother. It's problems.
Hey, it's all of them looking like
he came back with new
jewelry.
Melo gonna
take some of their playing time. That's what they're looking like. This dude better take some more playing time.
Yo, Flight.
Yeah.
The Casanova Crudell last comment about Jello, that's spot on.
Yeah, that's my man. Yeah, Cass. Yeah. Cass know what he's talking about.
That truth.
Yeah. What
gotta prove
about Jello? Jello just gotta prove. Okay, none of it was a fluke. His whole career, and he is who the numbers say is. Okay. I mean, like I said, I'm waiting to see what Jello could do. I'm gonna be rooting for him just like y'all. But I just, he gonna have to prove what's going on. He gotta earn his spot in the league too. You know. You got it. But what I want to say is, too, DJ, is it won't be fair because when he comes in, he is gonna be a rookie. You know. But they're going to have immense pressure on him to produce right away, you know? And I hope that that's not the case. I hope that the media and critics and give this guy a chance, you know?
Exactly. One thing we can't do as fans, we gotta see the whole scope out. So whoever the Hornets draft in the first round, if it's a guard, because they may take best player available if they address the center position in free agency. That means we all should know that Jello, whatever minutes he gets in summer league, he got to take advantage of it. Look to score. And I think he'll do that. One thing about Jello, he's not passive. But I don't want him to be, you know how these teammates are. They could psychoanalyze and tell you need to pass this and that and all that. No, Jello, you need to shoot it. I don't care if a defender's on, you shoot that thing, man.
So, DJ, do you think we know Melo got that dog in him from his father?
Yes.
But it's kind of similar. I haven't seen it yet on the court, but I think Jello may have it like that also, just the way he carried himself.
Let's be honest. The reason why, besides the China incident, let's speak on the elephant in the room. Jello plays a style that's not popular with NBA scouts. You heard all the what you call the breakdown in Jello's game. They will say he posts up in a low post like a post too much. He does this. They nitpick his game. He's loose with the ball. So I'm excited to see Jello play in the summer league to see what he has. He looks like he's in great shape. His ankle is healed up. So this is his best shot to prove everyone wrong. See, me, Flight, and everybody else, we're rooting them on, but we're also being objective. I'm not going to go out here and say he's a second coming of a young JJ Redick. I can't say that when he hasn't played in 2 years.
Right. Hey, so so when did the summer league start? In August sometime?
August.
All right.
Beginning of August.
We'll see. He gonna be on the summer league roster?
That's what it's looking like. Now there was some people who said, "Oh, Jello was just there to work out," but I don't know about that, man.
He got Hornets gear on.
Yeah, he been rocking with the Hornets for a while, so I know it's got to be summer league.
Yeah. And I don't know when I recall the last time I see just somebody coming off the street just to practice with these dudes and just wear Hornets gear. That kind of don't add up if he's just good at practice.
Ayo, Flight. Who's this brother that's speaking right now?
That's brother Tony, and that was T Sam, I think, who was talking to you just before.
Yeah, Tony. Tony, I like his basketball knowledge, man, and I
Yeah,
like the
Tony
questions
will
he
be
asks.
talking about.
Yeah. You know your stuff, Tony. Salute to you, brother.
Yeah, we looking up these. I'm looking up this them basketball facts for you, so we can give you the actual facts.
Talk to us.
All right.
When Jello played in Lithuania, we're looking up them stats for you.
All right.
So I'm gonna give y'all the actual facts in a minute on that. But the brother said he don't see you said Jello or Melo as the second coming.
Yeah.
Which one was it?
Jump down. He might come back on. What's the stats?
No, I'm still looking them up. I'm still looking them up because they got to go back to 2018. They keep giving me this year's. The leading score this year, I think it was 17, 18 points. But he said he didn't. Yeah, DJ, what did you say? You said you don't see who as the second coming?
Wait, I just got back on. Can you hear me, Flight?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. What you said, T-Sam I am?
Well, I was brother Tony.
You said what? Wait, hold up real quick. Let me get my audio straight. Am I good now, Flight?
Yeah. You good?
Okay.
Now you said you don't see who as the second coming?
Second coming of what?
I was trying to get you to repeat what you said.
Yeah,
you said you don't see who as the second coming.
Until Jello plays. I'm not gonna say he's the second coming of JJ Redick in his prime. We see JJ.
That's a good university.
Yeah, but he's a different type of player than JJ Redick. JJ Redick has always needed 5 starters and 2 bench players to set picks for him to get a shot.
And you know what? A lot of people were, especially the fan base, would say, "Oh, Jello is like a JJ Redick." You know, I try to say PJ Tucker. Nobody would listen because that's not the popular pick. That's not a popular pick with people. But PJ Tucker does the little things right. Now he's an offensive version of a PJ Tucker. If
he could be a better shooter.
Yes. Defensively,
why you say PJ Tucker?
Because of the build, and PJ Tucker can hit threes. Jello can hit threes too. He's Jello's a stocky guard forward type of player. And that's a perfect if he was anything close to PJ Tucker, Jello will play for 15 years in the league. I guarantee it.
So you think Jello is a PJ Tucker type of player? You know what PJ Tucker averaged in college? PJ Tucker averaged about 10 points in college.
And I'm not talking about averages. I'm talking about style of play and also projection. There's a lot of players who score a lot of points, but when they get to the NBA, their projection is different. Now, are you saying Jello's going to average 20 points when he first get in the NBA?
I'm saying Jello is more of a he's closer to
and if you say Klay Thompson is one of the best defenders in the NBA.
Yeah, he's close. Even though he don't have the defensive prowess as state what's his name? Klay Thompson. Even though he don't have that defensive prowess, he's closer to him than he is to PJ Tucker. I said
Jello has a mid-range game now. We all want Jello to ball out. Let's put that out there. But I'm being realistic about it. I can't say he's the next Klay Thompson. That's not basketball sense.
I'm not saying he's the next guy. I said he's the next Glenn Rice. He's a short Glenn Rice. He's a deadly shooter from anywhere on the court.
Bad boy.
He's just a short Glenn Rice. He has quicker hands than Glenn Rice. He can play the passing lanes very well. He's not a heads up man-to-man defensive player but he plays the lanes very well. He has very quick hands, but he can shoot anywhere on the court. He can use the backboard. He can shoot at the top of key. He can shoot from the wing. He can shoot from the corners. He's an unconscious shooter. The only player I've seen that shoots more unconsciously than he does is Steph. Not Seth, but Steph. He can launch it he can shoot from the logo.
One thing people get misunderstood by Klay Thompson, they think he just shoots and doesn't do anything on offense. If you watch Klay Thompson closely, he moves really well to get to his spots. So he may not be crossing people over, but he can move and get and dribble just enough to get shots out. We can't say what Jello looks like because we haven't seen him play in 2 years. That's a fact. So until I see it, I can't say he moves around like Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson moves well. He doesn't have to cross people over. Or sometimes when I give you an example, when Klay scored 60 points, some of the points came without the screens because they thought, oh, he doesn't have a screen. That's lockdown zone. But then again, he still was able to get to his spots. That's the difference. Klay Thompson is an amazing player, and I believe when healthy, he's the best two-way player in the NBA. Him and Kawhi Leonard. That is a fact right there. So if LiAngelo's the next Klay Thompson, then I expect LiAngelo his first year. Since you're saying that, I expect him to score 25 points a game and also be one of the top defenders in the NBA.
Why would you say that? If Klay didn't average 25,
because you said he's the next Klay Thompson.
Right. Klay Thompson at 19, 20 years old, not Klay Thompson at 30.
So
Klay Thompson, when he came in the league, he ain't averaged but about 10 points. That's all he averaged.
So Jello will be a 6-man averaging 10 to 15 points his first year.
If he gets 20 minutes a game, like Klay Thompson, when he played, he will average 10, 15 points a game, just like Klay. Klay played about 20 minutes a game when he came in the league. Who was the coach then? That was Mark Jackson when he came in the league, but he played but about 20 minutes when he first came in. And he ain't averaged but about 10 points. You see what I'm saying? So if they get Jello 20 minutes a game, he gonna average 10, 15 points. Because he's more unconscious than Klay was when he came in the league. Klay wasn't unconscious like that when he came in the league. He had to be coached into his unconsciousness because he ain't shoot but about 3 threes a game when he came in the league. And Mark Jackson kept telling him, you got to shoot, man. You got to shoot. And then that's when he boosted it up to about 8 a game. And then he was averaging 20 points. But
y'all know hoop jargon, right?
Hold on, stop. You know I know hoop jargon. He brother Tony spoke the hoop jargon. He probably don't remember. You know
so
hoop jargon?
No.
Yeah, I remember hoop jargon. Yes.
He knows scouts like I know people.
I remember
we both from H-Town. We know people that work at temp jobs at the front office scouting departments. This is what they told me, and I will ask them. I'm not going to put their names out there. Y'all know I know a couple of people. I'm not going to act like I'm the know-it-all, but I know a couple of people, scouts, and I said I want y'all to give me a objective opinion on all 3 Ball brothers. Of course, they said that they believe LaMelo would be the best because his mentality. And plus, he was able to increase his handle. He was short. LaMelo was 5'10" at the time when he was young. So he had to learn how to move and how to score over bigger opponents. So that's why he's doing all those floaters, an array of moves. For Lonzo, they said that Lonzo will play a long time because he's able to defend and shoot the 3. Lonzo's also the most athletic Ball brother. All he needs is the in-between game, and he'll be set. I really believe Lonzo would average 18 to 20 points if he had an in-between game. Also, Jello. I said, give me your honest opinion of Jello. They haven't seen much in 2 years because he hasn't played. But they said that's why I brought up PJ Tucker, because a lot of scouts will say, well, if he adopted PJ Tucker's mentality and playing style, he could get on the roster. They're telling me this. They're not saying Klay Thompson because they don't see Klay Thompson. Not a lot of players are Klay Thompson. Just because you shoot threes doesn't mean you're Klay Thompson.
I don't think he's Klay Thompson either. What I'm saying, he's closer to him than he is to Tucker. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's Klay Thompson. I say he's a Glenn Rice or a Byron Scott. I think it's Byron Scott to play for the Magic. Is that Byron Scott? 3D from play with the Magic. But this is let me say this about the scouts.
That's Dennis Scott, bro.
Dennis Scott. There you go. With the scouts get it right 12% of the time. According to analytics, they get it right 12% of the time. That's like a 90% wrong ratio. 90%. So the times that they get it right is when the number one pick is obvious. But normally when they scout players, man, they have it all wrong. You see what I'm saying? 90% of the time. So if they give Jello the time, they're going to see that they were wrong, just like they were wrong about LaMelo, and just like they've been wrong about Zoe.
This is why I can't wait for Summer League, because that will tell us everything we need to know on Summer League. And hey, if Jello scores close to 20 points a game and looks like a Klay Thompson in Summer League, hey man, hey, I'll be the first one to say, the brother, what's your name again, brother?
Brother Tony.
Tony. Sorry about that. I didn't want to call you Tommy, brother.
No problem.
Yeah,
no problem.
I'll be the first one to say, hey, Tony was right about Jello, and hey man, he's just serving these. Again, man, a lot of us been supporting the Ball family before it was even mainstream. I know I did. I used to go on AB the Heroes channel, and he would always have videos of the Ball brothers and Chino Hills and talk about them. So we all want them to do well. And I also said in one of my videos, and I was laughing because I was telling them there's no reports of Lonzo going to the Hornets. Lonzo want to get his dough, and unless the Hornets are going to trade Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier, I don't see that happening. I said in my video, one of the videos, I'm like, shoot, Jello got a better shot to playing with the Hornets than Zoe.
But they have like 4 free agent spots that's coming up. They got Malik Monk. They got what's the center's name?
The
white guy.
They got Cody Zeller, Malik Monk, Devontae Graham, someone else.
Yeah, right. They got about 4 spots that's opening up. I think they're gonna trade Devontae Graham, and I think they're gonna let Malik Monk go. I don't think they're gonna be able to retain Malik Monk, and they can use that contract to get.
To be honest,
what happened? Was you about to say something?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, it sounded like you was lagging out. You good?
Oh,
yeah, they have those spots coming opening up.
yeah, I'm good. Brother Tony was going to say something. I think I lagged on that one part.
Yeah, never missed that. It's gonna be interesting to see, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, I think,
and I want everybody to give their opinion on this on the chat, if you guys don't mind.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he just lagged out. He'll probably be back in. He having some technical.
I found an article. I couldn't find all the stats, but I found an article. It says Jello scored 28 points against Perennia, which is one of the top, Nevis Perennia, which is one of the top teams in the league. In doing so, Jello upped his scoring average to 15.7 points per game. That would make him the leading scorer in LKL, ahead of Saulius Luranus Barudus at 14.3 points per game. Now, this is an article that was put out by the USAtoday.com on March 26, 2018.
Hey, brothers, I'm gonna turn your head with this one. What I'm about to say. Like, you hear me?
I'm listening.
We can all hear you,
When
brother.
when LaMelo and Jello played in Lithuania, that was the one time I was disappointed in LaMelo's game.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. And I know he was young, but still, Jello worked harder. Now it's changed now, but I'm just saying Jello worked harder. And I was like, since he's working hard, man, I was rooting for Jello to score the most points in LKL. I wanted him to be the man when I was watching him play because he was out working everybody.
Yeah, but they didn't play him much, man. He probably didn't play 20 minutes a game when he played.
Right. Now that's on that coach as well.
Right.
Because the coach was a narcissist.
He was playing his son over Jello.
JB?
Right.
You talking about JB?
No, not JB. I'm talking the Lithuania coach. That man was playing his son over Jello.
Now, I don't want y'all to think that I said that Jello is the next Clay. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he's the next Glenn Rice. That's my prediction for him.
In what way?
The way this his style of play. He plays like Glenn Rice. He's not the type of player that comes off a bunch of picks and stuff like that, but he knows how to get open when the ball moves.
Yeah, but he's a 3-and-D player though. That's another thing.
Now I wouldn't call him a 3-and-D.
I
okay.
would hold off on the comparisons to people like Clay and PJ, simply because
I don't think he's a Clay either.
you don't see people as a primary defenders for the best scorers in the league like that. Like,
He's a good help defender. That's the thing about Jello.
Yeah, he is a great help defender. He's great at help defense. But I wouldn't say he's like Clay because they have a different style of play. I don't think Clay is as unconscious as he is. He's just automatic.
Jello defends when, like, if Jello's guarding a bigger small forward, he's able to use his strength to stop them from moving in a certain direction. It's when he guards speedy guards, like one of them quick twitch guards. That's one of the few things he has to work on defense. That's just really just natural lateral quickness.
I agree.
But the goal for him this summer league is just prove to everyone that you can play in the NBA. I don't care if you haven't played in a year. You gotta prove that NBA team chose you to be on their roster, not because LaMelo Ball picked you to be on that team.
Okay, but y'all remember Jello didn't play but what 14 games across seas when he played?
I honestly don't really care much for Jello's ending statistics. I just want to see him be aggressive. I don't care if he shoots bad. I just want to see him shoot.
You said you don't care if he shoots bad?
Like, I don't. Odds are he's not going to come in the league shooting 38% from three. So I don't care if he's not going to. I'm not going to bash him if he's not shooting that good. But I just want to see him shoot. That's all.
He's going to be a career 40% 3-point shooter.
In what way, brother Tony?
That's a.
Because you said
I need to see him play his rookie season before that. I need to see a rookie season before I say that.
Right.
You said he reminds you of Glenn Rice. So, in what way do you think he reminds you of your logic of he's gonna be a career 40% shooter? He reminds you of a Glenn Rice.
Because Glenn Rice was a career 40% 3-point shooter.
Okay,
you got to remember when Glenn Rice came in the league, the 3-point shot wasn't really a staple of the game, but he still ended up averaging about 40 a career 40% shooter from three. That's Jello all day.
You think that Glenn Rice would have shot 40% his whole career if he started off shooting 8 threes a game? Because that's what Jello's going to do. That's why I don't think he's going to shoot that great, from game one.
He's a better shooter than Zoe, and Zoe shoots 38% from three.
That was a fact. He shoots better than Lonzo.
Right.
Lonzo's a playmaker. That's the thing. Like they always want him to be a 3-and-D guy, a shooter, like Jello. They've always wanted to transform Melo similarly that way too. So it's like they want all those boys to play like Jello, but now you actually get the real product in who you always wanted to turn into a 3-and-D player because you get that 3-and-D player.
I'll tell you one thing: if LiAngelo's on the active roster shooting 40% after missing 2 years, that's a 30 for 30 in the history book.
That's what I'm thinking along that line. That'd be a great come up.
I ain't never heard of that before. That's like
it's gonna be a 30 for 30 regardless.
Oh yeah, but the ball factor, that's definitely a automatic, brother.
You got to remember that those boys were raised balling. Balling is second nature. They don't feel pressure like the average player feels pressure.
They were raised to play.
That's why I don't get when everybody says, Zoe father raised them. They say, man, this ain't no pressure. This is basketball. If you miss, you miss. Pressure is when you got raised up in the hood with gunshots and drugs and stuff like that. He said, this ain't no pressure. And that's how they think. He said, if I miss, I miss.
Ball facts in the building.
We got a ball facts alert. What's going on? Keep going. He said, don't sleep on the sniper, though. He's trying to educate the people. Ball facts, I'm getting educated today. I don't know much. I'm just listening and learning.
Jello is the sharpshooter of the family. If you watch him play.
I mean, I see something at UCLA. Brother Tony said it was preseason. He missed a lot of air balls. I'm just saying it was a lot of air balls I seen. I'm just saying.
He's the sharpshooter of the family.
I like that. You know what I'm talking about?
No, sir.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we know what you're talking about.
He had a lot of air balls.
I might have seen one game.
I'm gonna do like you. I'm gonna do like you. Pause, bro. You have to pause.
Pause. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So it's crazy. I don't know, man. It wasn't a lot. I don't know.
I don't think he shot a lot of.
We'll have to see. Listen, what I want to tell people. What are you saying?
Yeah, I think he shot 40% from three in Lithuania. I think he shot 40% from three in Lithuania.
Right.
Well, what I remember, he was 19 playing with men.
What I want to tell the people that's just joining in, your boy Jello, he's gonna come in here. He's gonna get a shot. I believe Jello's gonna get a shot with the Hornets, maybe summer league. I think it's gonna be with the Hornets. He's spotted in the training facility with Hornets gear on. They could have had him in a black shirt or something. You feel me? If it was, if it was really.
Oh yeah, talking about that live. You notice that Devontae Graham called Melo a star player, which is funny because he's like, oh well, that's my star player right there. Proud of him.
Yeah, I feel you. But what I want to tell the people just joining us, when Jello get a shot, there's going to be a lot of criticism. People going to be saying this, that, and the third. We all know it's coming, so I'm just trying to brace the people before, right here. I know we all on a honeymoon phase. We just seen him in the Hornets training facility. Oh, my goodness.
He's going to come off the bench. That's the thing you got to understand.
I'm just saying, I'm just letting you know, there's a dark side, to all of this, too. Just like we love Jello, we love Melo, we love Lonzo. It's another sector of people that hate their damn guts. You understand? You
I
understand?
love all three, man. I love all three, bro. So I'm a
Right.
fan of all three. So I don't support just one brother. So as much as y'all say, oh, I hate Lonzo, you have to be critical of Lonzo because if you want someone to get better, you can't just be focusing on the positive and always be like,
You're gonna
oh,
have to
we
prove
get
it.
good
You're
at this
gonna
way.
have to
No,
prove it when he get a shot.
Uh-huh.
Just
That's what
put
it's
up.
all about.
It's gonna be put up a shut up, and I'm gonna be rooting for him.
yeah, we all rooting for him, man. Like he got to get his shit together for just play like it's his first game playing basketball again. Because when they played that Chino Hills team with 35-0, they were playing strong. And I know when he and Melo were playing together, it's like they always sub each other one for the other, and the flow of the game messes up. Then the coach picks his son over them. We don't want to see that rhythm. We just want to see Charlotte be good with Jello on the team because now you have a 3-and-D player, and you can get him for cheap. And if he does good, which Jello will have to prove himself to MJ because, old school, like Brother Tony always say, you're going to have to prove yourself to the old school. So he's going to have to prove himself to the old school and say, you know what? I got to show out because Jordan is not going to take, oh, I'm missing 2 air balls. You got to make whatever shot you're given.
Uh-huh. And one thing I appreciate about Taufeeq, he's very good at analyzing realistic scenarios. What's going to happen? What could happen? So what we're telling the viewers is y'all got to see the game between it all and see how they're doing. And I would love to be the person that can see the practice Jello and the Martin twins. And I'm sure, like, I'm talking about one-on-one. Because I would love to see the aggression, the physicality. I may joke about the twins and I call them the Wonder Twins, but I think they'll play Jello extremely hard. Rightfully so. You're trying to keep your spots, and they probably would still keep their spot. But when you got somebody family member coming in, they're like, man, I may not be on the roster if this keeps up. So they're gonna play hard, and that's what you want as a basketball player. You want a challenge. That's what it's all about.
Funny enough, one of those twins needs to go to the G. I don't know which one it is, but one of them is really, really trash.
Well,
One is trash, and the other is just super trash. Just get that
Cody
other one
Martin,
out.
right? Was it Cody Martin?
I think it was Cody or Caleb. I don't know which one, but that one is just a bum. Just send it back to the G League.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like them. I like the Martin twins. I think they some ballers. I like their spirit. I like their hustle. You know what I'm saying? They can play. They can score driving. They can shoot the three. I kind of like the Martin twins, but there's certain players that are just born ballers, and Jello is one of them. If anybody has played on any level, scoring 50 points, that's not an easy job, man. You got to be a baller to score 50 points. And to do it on multiple levels, it's just Jello just has the bread in him, and he's a baller. I don't care what they do; they ain't gonna be able to stop Jello. If they give him some time, you're gonna see exactly what LeVar Ball said he is.
Now,
The Martins.
I
Give him
wanted
some
to
time.
ask y'all this, and I want y'all to be 100 with me. I'm not trying to cause no beat, but I've heard someone ask this one-on-one. Who is the best ball brother one-on-one? And tell me
LaMelo.
why.
LaMelo.
No,
LaMelo.
that's a tough one.
He has the
It's a
most
tough one.
versatile
Who's better
offensive game, and I don't think nobody could guard him one-on-one.
If you're talking about one-on-one, I
But I
will
think
say
Lonzo
Melo because he's well-rounded. Melo's well-rounded.
backyard. I think they'll probably go at it.
Backyard, Lonzo always
I
wins.
give,
Backyard, Lonzo always wins.
LaMelo.
They know each other's
I give
game.
it to Zoe.
I'm gonna say
But he
LaMelo's
don't
a
have.
better.
I don't think he has the
You
defense
know
that
what?
Zoe has.
It's gonna be easier.
I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna go with Zoe right now because LaMelo still don't got like Lonzo's man body yet. He still fresh,
Right.
came in the league. He's still a little lanky. Lonzo really got built up over the
Wait,
past couple of years.
you're talking a 1v1 matchup? I'll pick Lonzo because Lonzo's well rounded. He's the more versatile player. LaMelo is the more offensively gifted out of all three.
Right.
Well,
Jello's just got the shooting gift.
what I
Let's be honest.
what I'm gonna say is if you got to give a guy the ball, to make a play, like the
I'm giving
score.
Lonzo the ball.
I need you to take this last second shot at the buzzer. I'll probably give it to LaMelo. But if we was talking Lonzo versus LaMelo in the backyard or on the court 1-on-1, I would probably roll with Lonzo Ball because I think he could score, but I think he could really disrupt LaMelo a little bit, make him a little uncomfortable.
You know what's crazy in the first matchup of the Hornets versus the Pelicans? I said I made a live stream before the game. I said they asked me who should win. I said the Pelicans because Lonzo knows Melo's game. I was not expecting. I knew LaMelo was improving every game, but I wasn't expecting the first matchup to be where it was. Maybe it's the coaching staff of the Pelicans of putting Lonzo's confidence down, but then again, a lot of people are saying Lonzo should have. But despite that, you playing against your brother. But the second matchup was more evenly matched. The difference is LaMelo came from the wrist injury, and some others said his wrist was affecting him. But the Pelicans got the win. I cannot wait to see Lonzo play on a good team, whether it's the Bulls, Clippers, or even the Lakers. He's got good options. And Rich Paul let everybody know that Lonzo's not taking less money next year.
Yeah, he made that very clear.
So a lot of people say, "Oh, Lonzo's taking less." No, he fired his agent because he wants the bag.
Actually,
He fired his agent
he didn't
for
fire
Rich
his
Paul.
agent. He didn't
got
fire his
Rich
agent.
Paul as his
He
agent.
just said,
Just
"Let me switch
everybody.
agents." He didn't
That's
fire
so-
his agent.
Why do you say?
Whether
switched
you
up
put
Why
that-
do you say? What did Rich Paul say to say that he's not going to take? He's not going to take less.
he had an interview.
What did he say?
He had an interview with what's that person's name again? What was it? Slam
Yeah, I heard the
Magazine?
interview, but I might have missed what you're saying. What did he say?
Well, he was pointing out that Lonzo's worth is going to be, salary wise. He's not taking less because of what he has done. A lot of teams need a player like Lonzo Ball who can pass, who can defend, and he's extended. He's 23 years old. So because people are getting ticked off that Lonzo is, going to get the bad this year. Some people saying he don't deserve it. I think he deserves it. It's the market rate. And plus, Lonzo, again, is 23 years old. His potential is increasing.
Yeah.
I expect Lonzo to average 18 and 10 next year.
I think it could be somewhere in that. And definitely with the ball in his hand. No, the ball got power. You mess around, your shots start, everything starts, shots go in,
Oh,
Yeah,
they
I
said it
agree
was
with
Chris Haynes.
You said what?
They said Chris Haynes interviewed Rich Paul.
When?
Yeah, I heard that, but he was talking in reference to he was speaking in reference to the Hornets. I mean the Pelicans. As far as taking less money with the Pelicans.
No, the Pelicans, I think, are just letting his eyes walk. Some people know that feel like they trying to get you. You ain't heard nothing. Hey, listen, we gonna fight to keep Lonzo. The Pelicans are looking to match for all or nothing. You don't have no resistance coming from the Pelicans. It seems like they don't give a damn. They're gonna have a wall.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe y'all don't see that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with you on that.
The Lakers situation, I don't know what happens with the Lakers. DJ, you trust LeBron James and Lonzo getting back together? Trade rumors. Dame Lillard about to request a trade. There's a lot of politics.
Yeah. Remember I made that prediction with the Bulls?
Yeah.
I think that's more likely to happen.
Because
You think he going to the Bulls?
I think he's going to the Bulls.
Wow.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I don't. As long as let's put this out there, as long as Lonzo is away from the Pelicans, I'm happy.
I agree.
You won't see no complaints from me. If it's the Knicks, the Bulls, the Lakers, even the Clippers, you're gonna see me celebrating. I'll probably be on my channel or Flight's channel, but I'll be on somebody's channel.
What?
And I'm turning up.
I'm gonna be on everybody's channel too. I tell you what, free agency.
Oh,
I hope I ain't got nothing to do because, which I said, I'm gonna be live all goddamn day. I'm gonna be on everybody's platform. Everybody gonna be on my platform. You know how it go.
you're
I'm probably sticking with the people. Listen, when Lonzo signed, it's going down. And don't let me get to the Knicks, because I'm gonna be on here acting a damn fool, DJ. I'm just letting the people know now.
We can't rule out.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna act a damn fool. I'm gonna be on camera. I'm telling you, I'm getting bottles. I'm telling when I get there, I'm getting crab legs, lobster, shrimp. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna throw a few dollars out there in the cash app to the people. So it ain't gonna be much, but you know, I'm gonna throw something out there. You know, I'm dead serious. Don't let them go to the Knicks.
Boy,
I would love him in the Knicks, but it's more likely to go to the Bulls based on the way the situation is going on with the rumors and everything. He's going to the Bulls. Like, let's be real.
You're not gonna go into
I just want
depression
him
if
out
you
of
don't go
Pelicans.
to
It's
the
gonna be
Knicks.
a party.
I just want him out the Pelicans, bro, because them boys don't really care about their point guard. Kyra Lewis
Like,
coming off the bench when he can play shooting guard.
Everybody gonna be paying homage.
Hey, Flight, you're not gonna go into depression. You're not gonna go into depression if he don't go to the Knicks, are you?
No, I ain't gonna get into depression. The crowd be. Yo, listen, I ain't gonna go into depression. I just want Lonzo to have the ball, man. I just want Lonzo to be in his best position to be a star. You know, if it's not New York, it's not New York. But I think if he did go to New York, he'll be a star. But I tell you, like, I'm consistent now. I know New York seems to be, y'all think the Knicks are out. But until the Knicks go get Colin Sexton, go do something crazy, the Knicks is in full play. You understand? For me, you know what I mean? Until they do something, then I'm feel like the Knicks is gonna be in play. Because a lot of teams y'all talking about, they got to make serious moves to even get Lonzo Ball. I don't think y'all know how easy it will be for the Knicks to just go grab Lonzo real quick. I don't think y'all. It's so easy. You understand? Yo, Bulls, they gotta figure out what they're doing with marketing. They might have to let a contract go. They gotta find a track. The Lakers, you don't know what the hell's going on. The Knicks, okay, we just gonna add you to what's going on, right? It's just that easy. You feel me? No, they ain't gotta maneuver nothing. You feel me? Here you go. We just grabbed them real quick, Lonzo off the board. You understand? That's how easy. So until the Knicks show me they going elsewhere, the Knicks are in full play for me because how easy it could be.
Well, Knicks got to show me that they know how to operate a franchise for at least 2 years straight before I get behind the Knicks, man. I like the Knicks, I like the roster, but they always do something dumb, man.
Always. Respect to the Knicks. We ain't turning the page yet.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Like, that because that point guard situation seemed like it was very easy to solve with that young rookie they had off the bench and with Jay, what's his name? RJ. I thought that was an easy problem to solve. But they stuck with Alfred Payton and brought Ntilikina off the bench. I couldn't understand that, man.
Hey, Flight gonna be playing New York-ish.
Listen, I'm telling you now. I'm gonna be acting a goddamn fool. That's all I'm gonna let the people know. I'm telling you, I don't know how many people gonna be in the house. You understand? I'm just like, yo, it ain't gonna be nice. It ain't gonna be nice. It's gonna be some crazy words getting slurred all over the place. It's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot going on to go to the Knicks. But I'm gonna be here at the altar, because this is gonna be the altar, DJ. Everybody gonna be coming to pay homage when he goes to the Knicks. So I'm gonna be here.
I'll be the first one. I'm gonna be the first one in line, man. If you pull that one off, I'm gonna be the first one in line, man. And I hope everything you say about Tibbs is true.
Oh yeah, come on. You talking about the
But I
reigning
can't.
coach?
I can't see
What's
it,
the
man.
respect on that man's name, please? DJ, what's your thoughts on Thibodeau,
I'm
man?
not. I'm not
He seem like
respecting this.
he seem like they never gonna let his old stuff go.
He's improved.
Man,
Now for the pace of play, that's just some of the players they have.
He can adapt.
I'm sure if he has a point guard that when he gets a rebound or a steal and he moves well in transition, the pace will, improve.
And the Hornets is in play. To be honest with you, every team is in play. Like me, I thought Chicago was over and done with. You in here still thinking Chicago, so they in play. I almost was ready to cancel Chicago.
But like I said, if the Hornets want to get Lonzo, they better make some serious trades. Yeah. And I'm not hearing nothing about them making trades. So
if the Hornets are gonna sign Lonzo, they'll only sign him for a year. That's the only way they will get his contract.
Right.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
The Hornets are in
because
cap.
that's the cap space that they have. They have 21 mil.
But they can drop the players that they have. They can drop Monk. They can drop Cody Zeller.
They got to find a way to trade Gordon.
Cody Zeller, what, getting 29 million?
They need to reduce the contract of Hayward first to get Lonzo.
Oh, you know that ain't happening.
The Mr. Glass contract is just ass. Like 30 million a year. Are you kidding me?
Vic, the Hornets got the worst, like one of the worst contract situations. They overpaid a lot of people.
Don't even get me started with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Oh boy.
That boy can't shoot to save his life.
So if I ever see a trade with and I like Rozier, but I'm just saying to get their cap situation better. If I see a trade with one of the key starters, then I can say, oh, Lonzo has a good chance to go with the Hornets because he's not taking less.
You think the Hornets is in play?
Oh no, not at all. Not at all.
They're not even on the book.
Yeah,
I'm a whole out faith. Like I said, I think everybody got a shot.
Woj and Sam, they're one thing they don't do is lie. When they said these are the options for Lonzo, that's the options.
Man, to be my opinion, I got the Lakers, Knicks, and the Hornets. I think everybody they're gonna say all the right things. You know, there's a lot of politics in the game, but I think it's the Lakers, Knicks, and Hornets are the more legitimate options.
What about Bulls?
Yo, man, I think it's too cold up there, man. You know, I don't know, man. You know,
New York cold too, brother.
LeVar said
the Bulls don't want
a lot of bright lights. LaMelo, he was
there's a reason.
I think that was
Like you gotta understand one thing. You see, there's a reason why Minnesota didn't get Melo. You know why? The cold. Chicago, for the Ball brothers, yeah, it'll be cold, but Lonzo will be okay with it because that's where he's more likely to go. Because I would love him to come to Canada and come and revolutionize the franchise, treat him like a star, give him the front yard treatment. But you know he ain't coming to Canada, bro. We're more likely to get Ben Simmons. Man. Oh Lord.
Right.
It's gonna be like being in Philly all over again. We're gonna give him the royal treatment. We're gonna treat him like Kawhi, and then things are gonna go bad for us. I don't know. Because here's the thing. With the Bulls, I don't see the problem with it. If it was LaMelo being a free agent, for example, I would be like, oh no, because you already know LaMelo don't like the code anyways. Like Cleveland wanted LaMelo, they didn't get him because Cleveland's too cold. So I'm not sure about Lonzo going to Chicago, but I will really be excited because I just want him to get out of NOLA. Who cares about where he goes as long as he's not NOLA, bro? No one cares. Hornets, I just don't see it. It's not on the table. That's the thing.
Same way, bro. Like if it's the Hornets, I would be happy anyway, but I just don't see it happening, man. They forget that MJ's the owner.
So why you say that about MJ?
MJ is not a good owner.
Why you say that?
MJ sucks as an owner, man.
MJ,
Why you say that?
horrible owner.
Why do you say that?
Because he's the team is below 500 under his tenure.
Okay, what does that mean?
All of a
What
sudden,
does that
if he
mean?
had Lonzo to that team, Coach
Since he has
James
been
Borrego is a
owner, he
great
has never
coach.
won anything.
Hold
Okay,
on,
but
y'all. Hold on, y'all. We got Dante VSR in the building. What's going on?
Oh, yo, what's good, y'all?
It was good. I know you've been listening, man. I know you probably got a lot to say, man. What's your thoughts on what's going on, man? We're just gonna give you the floor.
Well, to be honest, I'm be honest. I haven't heard the past 5 minutes. I just, you know what I'm saying, I just got back. I just decided to join. But what were y'all talking about? Like, y'all just keep going.
Y'all can let them know what's going on.
Yeah,
We're
y'all
talking
keep
about
going.
Jello. We're
MJ
talking
is a
about
bad
Lonzo and everything.
Y'all talking about everything.
One MJ. We're about MJ being a bad owner.
Yo, Dante, you ever work with DJ?
Nah, I haven't.
No, you ever heard of him?
Yeah, of course.
I was about to say, we got to pay homage. You know, we got DJ in the building. This is you know about Dante, right, DJ?
Oh, absolutely, man. Good content. Brother keeps it objective, so I appreciate his work.
Well, this history,
I appreciate
man.
it, dog.
The first time y'all talking, you know, what's going on? What's your thoughts on what's going on?
With what? Like Jello?
MJ being an owner.
Yeah,
I
MJ
said
being an owner.
MJ is a bad owner. And what do you think about MJ as an owner? Be honest. Is he a winner?
Okay. Well, yeah, he's ass. I mean, like, just because you get Melo, don't mean you're a good owner now. Like, you know what I'm saying? He still had all those seasons
He's just like
before.
Greg Popovich, man.
When did Jordan become the owner?
And when did he?
2011.
When did Jordan become the owner?
2011.
No, sir.
Yes.
No, sir. No, sir.
He actually. Okay. Maybe I'll be wrong.
Oh, let me see.
Because he actually owned the team when they were the Bobcats.
In 2010, it says he started controlling interest.
Yep.
So
lost by a year.
Dante, what's going on with Jello, man? We spotted him in the training facility with the Hornets, man. You know, I feel like he's gonna get a shot, man. Like I stated before, I'm just giving people a brief overview. If you just joined him, it's gonna be a lot of criticism. You know, he's gonna have to prove what's going on. You know, like I said, a lot of people are hyped. They happy that he may be getting a shot. But at the end of the day, man, it's going to be put up or shut up. It's going to be a game eventually. He's going to have to prove himself. You're going to have to take the floor at least once. You know, what do you think he's going to be able to answer this calling? Because there's going to be a lot of pressure on this dude.
It's not about like if he can, he has to. I mean, this is it. Like if he doesn't, then it might be a wrap, honestly, unless he goes like overseas, does something else, you know, start hooping and then come back. But this is it. I mean, he's got to do summer league. You know, if Melo plays with them, then I mean that helps a lot. But if Melo doesn't play, he's got to prepare for whatever. So he just has to come out and play. I mean, I think, you know, if he plays good, he'll probably just be on like a 2-way contract, if anything. I don't know if he'll actually get on the 15-man roster because there's technically 17 people on the roster, including the two-way contracts that they have. So if they already have 15 filled, then they could just put Jello on a 2-way contract, put him in the G League, let him develop a little bit, and then bring him back and have him play some games for him. But you know, he's got to come out and start hooping though. Most definitely. What did y'all think?
I agree, man. I agree. Because that's the way the game is gonna be played with Jello, man.
I mean, yeah, he's got to come out and get buckets. That's what he's known for.
And Dante, that's why I said Jello got to average 18 and up. And there were some people saying like in the comments, I'm sure like, oh, he'll be fine. He don't need there's no need to be a expected stat. But I'm just telling you how this game works, man. You know, this is an untraditional. Like y'all thought LaMelo's route was different, man. A player missing 2 years and then getting a shot. This is blessing, and I expect Jello because he's training to uphold that blessing and look out for himself and try to score. He just got to score no matter what. Score.
No matter what, even if nothing's happening, he's got to turn it into something. I mean.
Yeah,
it's just the way it is. Like if you get the ball, the shot clock's running down. I want to see you just blow all your handles, my nigga. I want to see everything. You know what I'm saying? But He's just got to get buckets, man. I mean, he's bigger than everybody, so I mean, he's a lot bigger than most players his size. So I mean, you know, if I were him, I'd be trying to get into the paint as much as possible and finish around the basket. But obviously, you know, you want to show that you can shoot. I mean, that's his main strength. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Pull up in the corner a little bit. See it like come off a screen, pull up for a three. He's got to show his versatility, I think. He can't just be doing one thing the whole time. He's got to show that he can do a few different things. He's got to dive on the floor too, show that you actually care. Play defense. Little stuff like that lets NBA teams know that, you know what I'm saying, you're about your work. But I think a two-way is probably what he's going to be on anyway. So at least I hope so. So we can at least develop a little bit, because I'd rather him go to the G League, start for the G League team, develop, than him be on the roster and him probably not even getting any playing time, to be honest.
Facts. Got to knock that rust out.
So
Yeah.
you think DeMar better than Jello?
Who? The Twins?
Martin twins. Yeah.
Probably not. I mean, they're definitely not better offensively, but I mean, defensively, it's yet to be seen. I'd hope.
Why you say what about Graham? You think Graham is better than Jello?
He can. I mean, I can't say anything because we haven't seen him play in how long?
Wait a minute. We can't say anything because
that's what I'm saying.
Going by what you know, everything in the NBA is projection, because all the players are coming in the league so young. So everything is projection. So based off what you've seen, do you think Graham and the Martin twins are better than Jello? Based off what you've seen.
Well, based off what I've seen, so like let's say like Jello just never developed like this is like back then. That's
what do you think?
Probably not. I'm being honest. I mean, he was playing on one ankle back then, so like I want to see him on both ankles. But I mean, on both ankles, it's definitely a debate. It's definitely a conversation.
Right.
For the Twins, I don't know about Devontae, because I mean
he did score 14.5 points a game.
Exactly.
And I may joke around and say K-Bay and all that stuff. What's that background noise?
Yeah, well, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I may joke around and say K-Bay and all, but it would go against all of what I've learned in basketball if I say someone who's been playing in the league, scoring 14 points a game, is not better right now.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
Now. Yeah, I can't say that because they would never take my channel serious.
No,
I'm talking about
this. Okay, if that's the case, we shouldn't have started Melo. If that's the case, everything is based off projection with the league.
Melo was a number 3 overall
because you got
pick.
teenagers coming in the league.
Second round pick.
Right,
and Melo was sleeping too.
But he was a number 3 overall.
Everything is based off projection. So you.
And he was playing well in Australia too. It's different though.
Wait, we can't use that same. Wait. We can't use that logic because LaMelo won Rookie of the Year in the NBL.
Facts.
And there was a number 3 overall pick. Devontae was a second round pick. That doesn't make sense. You don't put a second round pick over a number 3 overall pick.
Let me tell you why it makes sense. Because 90% of the time, the draft picks, they get them wrong 90% of the time, or 88% of the time. They get the draft picks wrong. Okay, number one. And you just said that you can't take a player that has never played in the league. So if you use that logic, Jello never played in the league.
But let me rephrase that.
If you use that logic.
If Jello was a top 5 pick, if he was a top 5 pick, then you will be right to say that. But when you're a top pick, you're given all the opportunities as possible until you fail. Am I lying or am I not, Dante?
No, that's a fact. And we saw LaMelo play. He played professionally overseas in like a month span. Like we haven't seen Jello play in 2 years or something like that. So it's a lot different. It's a lot different.
Okay. So you're going to take a player. You just take a player that has led the team in scoring on every level he's played on, right? And you're going to take two bench players who shoot 30% from three.
They're in the
And
NBA,
you
bro.
can't project that players, right? They shoot 30% from three
But they're in the NBA.
or less. They shoot 30.
Okay, I'll do like this. RJ Barrett does not shoot a good percentage of three. Is RJ Barrett better than Jello? Be objective. RJ Barrett has a horrible field goal percentage.
And again, too, Patrick Beverly, he averaged like 40 in high school. And what's he doing now? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, he was cold in high school. Broke
exactly.
every Chicago record out there. Not all of them, because there's some hoopers out there. But he broke a lot of records. He was averaging 40.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, you can't really go off of high school and stuff like that. But
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying is
yeah, like, you
RJ
have a
Barrett
point,
was
though.
on the same. RJ Barrett was on the same tier with Jello in high school. They were on the same tier. They played against each other in high school. And he would go up for 30 and Jello would go up for 30. So they was on the same tier in high school. Okay. Guard twins were not on that.
Sorry, I may be a delay a little bit. Tony, I hope I don't sound like I'm cutting you off. I'm kind of delayed. Just let you know.
Okay, no problem.
You good?
Yeah,
it's all good.
But RJ Barrett, man, no matter what we say about him, I can't. I would love to have Jello better than these players. That's good for us. That's good for Flight, Dante, everybody. Ball Facts, everybody. DKM.
Right.
But I can't.
Okay, do you realize that you were saying the same thing about Jello as they said about Melo? Do you realize that?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, brother.
Jello's the same as LaMelo?
No, I said you are saying the same thing as the analyst said about Jello. I mean about Melo. You're saying the same thing about Jello.
LaMelo was top
you
five
saying the same
talent.
thing.
LaMelo was top 5 talent, and you had Shines talking about he should have been in the second round. How's that the same?
What I'm saying, the analyst said that he's never played in the league. He's been away too long, and he's not
LaMelo
a good player.
didn't miss 2 years of playing.
What I'm saying to you is that's what they said, man. Regardless if it's true or not, I'm saying that's what they said.
Yeah,
that's the same thing.
That's the problem.
The same thing you
try
said
to
with Jello.
compare LaMelo with Jello. They're not the same situations at all. We got to be objective, my brother. We got to be
what
objective.
I'm saying to you is, I'm not saying what they said is true. I'm saying the same thing they said about that you were saying about Jello. That's the exact same thing they said about Melo.
That's not fair, brother, because we all want Jello to shoot. I would love to have Jello score 25 points per game. I would love that. Man, we'd be up in here kicking it up every single day if that happened. But he hasn't played for 2 years. What's wrong for me saying I got to see it first, just like Fight said? There's nothing wrong with what I said.
Right. Summer League can't come faster, bro.
Exactly. I'd rather watch Summer League right now than the finals and respect those teams, but I want to see some moves made.
I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong. I'm saying that they said the exact same thing about Melo. That's what I'm saying. Now, you could be 100% right. I doubt it, but you could be 100% right. But they said the same thing about Melo. He's been away.
What they did to LaMelo was ostracize his character and act like he had no top 5 ability when he had top 5 ability. And when he went to the NBL and a physical league that's better than, in my opinion, right now, the NBL is better than the LKL. The fact that there's former pros going in there,
100%.
Look, they got a draft pick coming out. That's a stud. They got 3 draft picks coming out in this draft that went to the NBL.
But they had former pros that came out of the LKL. And Jello was a top player in the LKL.
But besides Zalgiris, the NBL is having, each team has some type of prospect in the NBL. so far, you see young high school players now listing the NBL as their options now. It's called the Stars program. And the Stars program has really helped players get drafted from the NBL to the NBA.
Jonas Valanciunas came out of that LKL, man.
Yeah, he did.
Valanciunas came out of LKL.
Valanciunas is all right, too.
Okay. All I'm saying is Melo was a top player in the LKL at 18, 19 years old.
Well, they obviously didn't take it serious because he didn't get drafted.
Right.
Okay.
What about those sunglasses?
Okay, Jello was projected. Okay, Jello wasn't projected in the top 10. Jello wasn't projected. I mean, Melo wasn't projected in the top 10.
So how is it by me saying that Jello should pattern his game PJ Tucker is anything worse than what they said about LaMelo? It just sounds like you're disagreeing because I'm being objective about LiAngelo and saying wait and see what happens because he missed 2 years. I'm just using common sense, brother. That's all I'm doing.
Well,
they said a lot.
That's what they said about what's the boy? That's what they said about Porter. That's what they said about the other boy that got injured and signed that contract with who did he sign the contract with? Puma or Adidas? They've been saying that type of thing about players, man.
Michael Porter,
right? When he and
the McDonald's All-American who was a projected top 5 pick before the back injury.
He was a hooper though, bro.
Right. Yeah, I've seen him.
He was like 6. He's 6'9", like long. He could do everything, bro. He's man.
I'm still trying to get.
But they said let's wait and see because the boy was injured. That's what I'm saying to you. This is what I'm saying to you. This is all I'm saying to you. This is the only thing I'm saying to you. This is the only thing I'm saying to you. All pro players that come in the league is based off projection. You don't have to prove yourself first. That's one of the complaints that Michael Jordan had. He said the new players don't have to prove themselves. He said they get too much before they prove themselves. But that's the way the league is now. It's off projection. So based off everything LiAngelo has on his resume, what do you project him to do based off his resume? But you know, both of y'all have admitted that you haven't seen him in 2 years. A couple of games in high school.
He hasn't played in 2 years. I've seen
high school games for 2 years.
I've seen all the LKL games. I've seen all the LKL games. Matter of fact, there was a link that all ball families would go to watch the LKL. They broadcasted it on Facebook and plenty of others. So I've seen the LKL games. At the end of the day, there was nothing I said that was wrong. Flight said the similar things where he's just trying to wait and see what happens.
Exactly.
Yeah, when a player missed that many times, I'm not going to say, oh, they're going to score 25 points per game. There's actually people that said, man, if Jello had the same minutes as LaMelo, he's going to average more points than LaMelo Ball. That's not logical.
I agree. How come it's not illogical? He always is to average more points than Melo.
So he'll average more points than Melo if they have
how's that illogical?
That's illogical.
He's not in the league, though.
He's not illogical. It's been done before.
Yeah, but y'all talking about a young. Yeah, when LaMelo was a pint-sized guard.
How he gonna play the same minutes if they not in the league? That don't even make sense.
So we're comparing high school LaMelo to pro 6'7", 6'8".
I would like to hear what Ball Facts got to say about this.
Okay,
go in the comment section.
Okay.
I'm talking about when he played in. When he played in the pros, when he was 6'3",
you would like
he
to
was
hear
6'3" when he played in the pros in Europe.
Because I don't know what I'm talking about, even though I've been right on a lot of this stuff. So I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a regular black guy being.
I'm not saying you don't know what you're talking about. I just don't agree with your perspective.
Yeah, LiAngelo's going to score 25 points next year. I'm wrong.
Not saying you don't know what you're talking about.
I'm wrong. LaMelo is the third best ball brother. I'm wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, you know what come with this, DJ.
Yeah, yeah, I'm wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about. We don't have to do a wait and see.
But that's the beauty, man. People disagreeing, man. You know,
Don't take
I
it
love
personal,
it,
man.
bro.
Don't
I
take
love
it
it,
personal,
brother.
bro.
yeah, he just, you know,
Don't take it personal, brother.
the dudes be getting checked in here all the time. You know how
Hey,
many
Slice,
arguments go down in
Yeah,
here?
like you know me better than anybody. If you think this is
right.
personal, then no, I'm still standing right. When I told you guys about the
Yeah.
Detroit Pistons situation, I said they had 15 guaranteed roster spots. People were telling me, "Oh, he's going to make the roster." I said, "Man, they got 15 guaranteed roster spots." Guess what happened? Oh, DJ, you were right. Yada yada yada. I mean, that's why I say wait and see. And Taufik understands it. Dante understands it. You like understand it. And Tony, you're a smart guy, but we all have our favorites, and sometimes our favorites could cloud our judgment. That's why I got to make sure I don't say anything stupid about LaMelo and say, "Oh, LaMelo's better than Damian Lillard." I would never say that right now. He's young and he hasn't proven himself.
That's facts. Like I want Lonzo to average the triple double so bad.
Oh,
You know
me
what I'm saying?
too.
But hey,
Even Lonzo said he was a triple double threat.
no, I said I want him
I don't
to,
have
but
I don't
I
have
want
any.
him to, but hey, you know what I'm saying? You got to be objective about things.
No, I'm being objective. You said it in an interview one time during the regular season. Like,
Hey,
I think I'm a triple double
I'm
threat.
about to go. I'm about to do a meeting right now. But
All
shout
right.
out to everybody. Shout out to Moises Ramirez, one of my subs, man.
Yeah, I'm not. I see that's the that's
Because some of y'all just don't be objective. Like, look at it like this. Y'all saying that because some people need to prove themselves in a very big way. I understand where DJ is coming from when it comes to
I see that's the
Jello, but
narrative that
Jello is
most.
just in a situation where he has to prove himself. Let's be honest. If we're using your logic of prove yourself to the old school, he needs to prove himself. That's the honest truth. You
Yep.
haven't played
I
for
didn't say
two
that again.
years.
Say that again. I
Now
didn't hear
you
that.
have a chance to
Say
prove
it
yourself.
again. What did you say?
You have to prove to yourself to the old school. So at this point, you have to
Okay, but
prove at this
this
at this stage. It doesn't matter how many points he's gonna average. It's about can he prove himself that he's worthy of being in the NBA. That's the thing. That's the question here. It's not about Jello being score first or scoring 30 points. It's about can he prove that I can be in the NBA. That's the thing. That's the real question here.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. How's everybody
that's the
doing in the
narrative.
comment section, man?
Yeah, that's the narrative that most people give when they don't deal with the facts that the opposing argument is given. They
The
say
comment
you're not,
section is active.
No,
or this
I'm seeing
person
your
is your
point, but
favorite.
you need to look at the other side too.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Okay, I don't have a personal favorite. I deal with the actual facts. Okay, when you deal with the actual facts, that's objective. You're dealing with the information. Okay, the information says that every time he has played, wherever he has played, he has been a top scorer. That's the facts. Now,
That is
other
the
people say,
fact, but
well,
until we see
he
the
ain't played in a
NBA,
couple of years and he might not be able. Those are not facts. He hasn't
no, I
played,
said it. The
but
question is,
you can't tell
can
me.
he has to prove that he's worthy of being in the NBA. That's the thing. Because he can
Saying
play
is
great in the
the not
LKL,
playing
he can
does
play
not
great
give you facts
anywhere. He
about the.
still needs to prove himself in the NBA. If you're using your logic, he still needs to prove himself.
Okay, what I'm.
It's gonna be interesting to see.
No, this is what I'm saying to
That's a
you.
fact.
I'm saying you said he hasn't played in a couple of years. His production,
Yeah.
his production is a guess. I'm not going to guess. All I can do is use the facts of his. The facts of his history says that wherever he has played, he has been a top scorer. That's what the
Yeah,
facts say.
but here's the thing.
Okay, so
The
my
NBA
projection
don't
will
see
have to be
that.
based off
That's what
facts.
I'm telling you. The NBA looks at recent performance. Look, if they look at past performances, of course Delo would have been in the NBA, even the G League. But
true,
we're
man.
looking at recent performances. So he hasn't even had a recent performance that will say, okay, we really count on that. If he plays in the
That's,
summer league, of course he's gonna get a shot. But
that's,
DJ,
if
that's
he
not
hasn't played
yeah,
at all in 2 years, people are gonna be skeptical. That's why you see all these analysts be fidgeting about what he is. We know what he's capable of. Like you know what he's capable of. You know that he can score anywhere he goes. You know he can drop 30 points per game if he wants to. But it's about, has he proven himself in the NBA? Has he even played against an NBA defense or an NBA system? That's the thing.
okay. This is what I'm saying to you, but that's not true because they go get players overseas all the time. They go get high school prospects all the time. That's not true. That you had the one player that sat out a couple of years and he didn't play any ball out after high school, and he sat out a couple of years, and they did a projection based off his high school performance. You see what I'm saying? Everything
Who
is
you talking
projection
about? Ben
nowadays.
Simmons?
Well, like you're not wrong, but like Jello
Not,
also, I mean, he had the whole incident and everything, so that definitely didn't
That's
help
another
either.
thing. That's another thing that we also gotta
yeah,
take care of.
okay.
So yeah,
Because the NBA be
Well,
sensitive about things.
I'm willing.
And
I'm
that's
willing.
another thing
I
you gotta
want to
also
do.
understand. They're sensitive about things. Like any small thing can turn into disaster for the player. Like we all rooting for Jello here. Like I'm up for his success. I'm agreeing with you, but I'm trying to explain the other point that you gotta look at him not playing for 2 years, having a past incident that the NBA has an issue of letting go of the past. So we also need to look at that and say, you know what? Have they gone away
That's
from
big
it?
facts
Are
right
they
there.
because
Big facts.
they have to get away from it. This is the thing. If the NBA can let go of what Jello has done years ago and give him a shot, I'm down for that because we need to see him perform in an NBA system, NBA training regime before we will say, yeah, he's ready.
yeah, man. So I'm it's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about Jello, man. The comment section is definitely active today, man. Yo, who's brother Tough Love? What's good?
Oh, what's good, man? This brother Tough Love out of LA, man. I'm not as basketball savvy as a lot of brothers on the show, but I'll say this, man, and I'm just gonna make my comment and get up on out of here. I think the one thing is gonna be the chemistry. I think Melo and Jello, uh, they got like like an unseen chemistry. They know each other so well, and I think that's what's going to make the difference. Because if you stop and think about it, like I said, I'm not a basketball expert, but the margin of talent in the NBA, you have to be on an elite level, and a player that's like really good on one team might not be so good on another. And I just think those two together, they just know each other. They're going to be able to do some special things that the other players on the Charlotte team uh, don't know. Jello's going to be able to pick out some of the things that Melo's going to do and be in position to set himself up to score because they've been doing it for so long together. That's just my opinion.
you're not wrong.
Well,
You
there's
know what I'm
another
saying?
issue
You're
with
not
that.
wrong.
There's another issue with that. There's another issue with that. I actually agree with you. There's another issue with that. Media perception. We can talk about chemistry all day, but the media perception is another thing. Because let's say they start playing great together and the team starts winning. But the moment they start losing, guess what they'll say? They need to start focusing on the team instead of themselves. That's another thing we got to look out for. I'm not going to be surprised, but just look out for that when that happens. Because even when Jello or all three of them plays together, just look out for that. When they say they need to look out for the team instead of themselves, just look out for that.
And Jello got to get on the floor first. You know what I'm saying? Before any of the chemistry or anything comes into play, they might want to see if he can perform without uh Melo first. So that could have something to do
Yeah,
with it.
they've
But
always been team players, though. They've always been team players. That's one thing
yeah,
about
so
them. They
I
play
don't
the
I
right
don't I
way,
don't know about
as
the
they
whole
say.
media thing, but I think they just need confirmation that Jello can just at least play at that level, that he'll be able to hold his own, and then I think
That's
he'll be
what
all
I've been
right.
saying the whole time. They need to show that
Man,
he's
that's
worthy of playing in the NBA.
I just think like you look at Hayward. Hayward's getting all that money, right? But if you watch some of the Hornet games, you can see there are times when it's obvious he should be passing to Melo, but he always passes to Rozier for some odd reason. I guess because they played together before. And I just think it's gonna come down to, like I said, that chemistry and what the other brother said about the media. You watch if something bad happens, the minute Jello has a bad game, they're always going to bring up China to throw him off his game mentally. If he can get all past that, and because the pressure is going to be immense. The media pressure is going to be immense, whether it's a success or whether it fails. It's going to be tough. And I just applaud the Ball brothers. I've been watching them, since high school out here in Cali, and when they were in Lithuania, man, they got something special. That's all I got to say, fellas. Thank you for having me on the show.
Sure, no
See you later,
problem.
though.
See, what's good? Yeah, man. So Dante, man, you think Jello gonna be on our practice roster or something?
Yeah, at least. I mean, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the NBA. The teams don't just give out free gear and like unless you're like the parents or something, but they don't give out like free gear or work out, because even Big Yankee said, like a few weeks ago that he was down in Charlotte, so he's at least been working out with them for a few weeks, and you don't be with the Charlotte Hornets if you're just just chilling. That's not how that works. So I think if anything, Jello might have a head start, because I don't think there's any other summer league players that are hanging out with the main squad. Like that might be a little head start for him.
That's a great point. Great point.
Yeah, so I think he might have a head start. Either that, they might be trying to work something out. Obviously, I think Melo and Jello, I think they both have the same agent, so that helps too. But Jello, hey, he's going to be on the summer league roster. He's been the only one working out with the actual roster, the varsity team. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I think he's going to be on the roster or on the two-way. But I just hope he plays no matter what. No matter if he gets on the roster two-way, he's just got to play. I just want to see him play. That's all it comes down to, and develop. I want to see him develop too.
I think the Hornets see Melo as a cash cow, and I think they're going to do whatever they can to make him happy. And I think that's the number one thing that locks him in that spot, regardless if they think he can play or not. Because there's no way if they don't keep him, Melo is out of there when his rookie contract is up.
I agree. That's a fact. I mean, you see Thanasis. He's just a glorified bench. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just there on the bench, just chilling, cheering on the squad. He's not really like that. But what's good, Ball Facts?
We got Ball Facts in the building. What's going on?
Hold on, I got a little technical difficulty. Just a second.
All right, yeah, we'll hold them over. Don, what's the deal?
What's going on, man? I got technical difficulties as well, man. I've been trying to log in for a minute. But real quick, I just wanted to drop my 2 cents in. From my perspective with this whole Jello thing, I think it's going to work out fine. And the reason I feel that way is because if y'all remember when LeVar had that Junior Basketball Association, the JBA League, when he went over to play with Melo, man, the chemistry was right. Jello was eating. And I think sometimes we take for granted what Jello really brought to the game, just in terms of his abilities. I think he got skills. I think he was blackballed just off of that China incident. Yeah, I understand that he wasn't ranked that high in high school, but I don't know. I just got this feeling. So that's just my opinion. I'm basing off of the evidence of how he performed below in the JBA. I think things is gonna work out, and I'm just hoping for the best. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and cook up Ball Facts while I fix these technical difficulties over here.
Yeah, what you thinking?
Shout out to my guy, man. I was in the car driving, and boy, I wanted to hop on here. But it's so much stuff that was touched on. But what I do remember I wanted to say was, See, we out here are hoping and thinking, I hope Jello can make it. I hope he can do this and do that. Lonzo and LaMelo, they're not sweating every time they've been on the floor with their brother. And I'm not just talking about Chino Hills. I'm not just talking about the LKL. Even in the practices that they had with Jermaine before LaMelo got drafted, they know what their brother can do. They're looking at all of us like the main thing is just getting him on the court. We already know what he does. They know when they pass to their brother what's automatic. You got to look at realistically. They shouldn't be asking LiAngelo to dribble, to snatch somebody up with a crossover right away. I mean, he can get to those things later. First of all, he's going to be 3 and D. He's supposed to make somebody have to work really hard on the offensive end because he's strong, 6'5", 6'6". He's not a pushover. You know, he's not tall. He's not as tall as Devontae Graham or Terry Rozier. He's bigger. He's stronger. He's supposed to give somebody hell on that end of the court and then run back down to the three-point line and get ready to spot up and take a three. If you think LiAngelo cannot do that, I don't really know what your logic is. And of course, you guys look. We haven't seen him play in 2 years. But do you think that LaMelo and Lonzo would just feed him to the wolves? If you think they really thought their brother wasn't ready, they wouldn't bring him. That they would bring him in if they thought he was just trash. They already know. You know, it's the mass public are the ones still trying to figure it out. But they know what Jello can do. They've seen him in open runs and scrimmages. I told you guys in another video. I showed you when Jello said he played against James Harden. And who else has he played against? He's played against many people. He's not coming in this blindsided. Jello's in a fantasy thinking of, oh, I'm just going to come up against NBA talent and do something. No, he's playing NBA talent. He's not confident for no reason.
What you think, Dante?
I know, I feel that, but Ball Facts knows this, we know this, but teams might not know this. That's the thing. So he's got to show out. For an NBA roster.
Dante, you're right. He's got to show out. Now that first LaMelo game he played, I had front row seats, and LaMelo did absolutely nothing. Lonzo's first game, he did nothing. So I don't want to hear people coming out here on Jello's first game if they give him 5 minutes and he has 0 points. Oh, I told you he sucked. No, he's got to get adequate touches. So I'm going to be holding. I'm in this for the long haul to see how they implement him in the summer league, G League, or the team right away. See what kind of clout LaMelo has, and I'm gonna wait till he gets his touches. I'm not gonna go off of his stats until I see him get the adequate touches because, like I said previously, LiAngelo can stick defense, very active. He was always the first person you'd run into on that Chino Hills trap, even on a busted ankle, and he has no conscience when it comes to shooting. So I don't think he's going to all of a sudden clam up now that it's time to shoot at this level. He's going to shoot at a high clip like he does, over 40% in the LKL. And of course, shout out to DJ. I don't want to come against DJ. I was hoping DJ would be here. I see he's gone. But it's not too much to ask of LiAngelo. Now, if we were asking him to come in and play the point guard, now I could see what the ruckus is. But he's just got to play a little defense, and he's got to shoot. And let me tell you why he wants to get on the team with his brothers, because he knows if they pass it to him, if anyone passes to him, he's ready to go. And they're going to pass it to him when he needs it. That's the thing about LaMelo and Lonzo. They hit you with the ball in stride. They hit it, give it to you when it's time to shoot. They're not just pity-patting out there, and then when they can't make something, then they pass to you. No, they're getting busy, and then they're going to get you right when you're in your spot. So he's been saying it for the longest. And it isn't just like playing with his brothers. If he had any point guard with that same IQ of LaMelo and Lonzo, which is hard to find, Jello could do this anywhere. So happen he can do it with his brothers. And this is the perfect scenario for two brothers to be on one team right away, another one going into some free agency. So we're seeing the perfect storm and the stars align. But you better believe if LiAngelo has Lonzo and LaMelo, I can guarantee you he will come out getting more points than everybody predicts, because it's just like what he's been doing in practice.
Hey, that's a fact. That's a pure fact, and I do think
That's
too.
a good point.
Hey, he's been working out with the Hornets. Like I said, I don't think any summer league. I don't think any other person that's not on the roster is working out with the Hornets right now. Obviously, we can be wrong, but I don't think so. So I think he's at least going to be starting summer league at least. So he's got to be at least getting a lot of touches. I hope so. I hope they just won't, you know what I'm saying, show him
Because
love, but
the
he's
thing
got
is
to.
that that ball facts, that the G League team for the Charlotte Hornets, they run Lonzo style. Because one thing I've been watching with the G League, when I watch Vernon Carey and Nick Richards, is that they run it fast paced. They run that running gun style. So if Jello goes to the G League, he will be in a system where it's fast paced. If he gets a 2-way contract, the thing is, can he prove himself in the NBA? That's the main point of this video. That can he prove that he's an NBA player? We already know what he got. We already know his bag. Like all the from day one fans of ball fans know what his bag is all about. It's about, can he show out against NBA talent? In the summer league, you will be playing against NBA rookies, sophomores. You'll be playing against all those guys. So it's, can you prove yourself?
King C, what up? I hear what you're saying. I got to do some more research on their G League if that's where he's going, because I don't know their thing. But that's very interesting. Sounds like a good video idea if they do play that fast Lonzo Chino Hill style. Him proving himself against NBA players, of course, but just like Seth Curry, it's more so about the opportunity. I did a video comparing LiAngelo to Seth Curry, and I showed you all the times that Seth Curry went from team to team to team, and the NBA were like, your brother's the MVP, your brother's one of the faces of the NBA. We're going to make sure that you get a shot. Like, if you don't make it to the NBA, it's only going to be your fault, because you're going to go to this G League, that NBA, this G League. You're going to get minutes in the G League. So if Jello gets an opportunity, of course, and that's when it comes into LaMelo running the point this year for real, not seeing who's going to bring the ball up every time. LaMelo always constantly asking for the ball. If he can get the ball and Jello gets some minutes out there, it's automatic. Like, LaMelo is looking for the fastest points that he can get. He looks to see if his brother up court. He like, that's an automatic clip. Bang, pass to him. That's it.
Depends on your fact. You also got to understand, depends on who's coaching. Because if it was the G League team coaching, for sure they'll run fast pace. But if it's Borrego coaching, Lord have mercy.
Now you have to watch. As Borrego coaches, when the game is slowed down, you can see LaMelo look over him, get his cue, and then go do what he's supposed to do. But when there's a rebound and LaMelo catches it, all bets are off. LaMelo is a one-track mind racehorse down the court, and whoever's running with him, they're either going to be the decoy for him to make a bucket, or they're going to get the ball. And who do you think is going to be running down the court with LaMelo? Of course, LiAngelo. So once the rebound comes to LaMelo, it doesn't matter what coach you have. You could have Phil Jackson there. You could have Greg Popovich. Once a rebound comes and LaMelo's off to the races, you can forget the coach.
It is. That is a good point, because LaMelo never gives the coach credit anyway. I guess.
Even Lonzo did that too, and this year. And I mean, the most he could do, but you know, sometimes when he got out the rebound, you know, Zion's obviously running. So, but Stan, you know, he wants to slow it down. You know what I'm saying? So, I do think the coach doesn't really matter when it comes to the full court offense. Yeah, that's where the Ball brothers. That's where they that's when they get it popping.
Even in the half court, LiAngelo is the most. He doesn't need to run. LiAngelo needs a screen in about this much space, and he will shoot with confidence, and he's not going to blink an eye. So even in the half court, where they would criticize Lonzo Ball, saying, well, you got to know how to produce in the half court, LiAngelo already does. He's not worried about that. Everything's good.
That's one thing about Jello too, man. I've never really seen him fold. I've never seen him fold like that, you know, under pressure or anything like that. I've never seen him fold. So
he may have a bad game, but he's never backing down.
Facts. Like, if he has a bad game, he's shooting. Like, he's letting it go. So I think that's a dub, in my opinion.
But I also want to give a shout out to everyone. I understand people saying, LiAngelo, we don't know. He's not that good because we don't know. There is some logic to that.
Yeah, and they forget that.
I don't think he's not that good. I think he's good. I know what his bag is. It's just that it's what style of play will he play like? Because we know he's a 3-and-D player. Like, anyone thinking he's not a 3-and-D, they're just lying. He's a 3-and-D player.
He'll develop those other attributes later. But for now, all he needs is to be a D3.
And another thing, that the reason why the Charlotte Hornets are looking at him is because they know they will get him for cheap. If you know their style, They don't pay the luxury tax. They don't pay the luxury tax.
What's
Any team that wants to get Lonzo Ball, there's the draw right there. Get Jello. You get Jello, you have a 40% chance of drawing him. You got LaMelo, in my opinion, you got 99% chance. When you got your father over here, who's the old head saying, yeah,
All facts. You also got to understand, they got to clear the roster, my guy.
3 and D.
What's your definition?
My definition is on the offensive end, you're not required to set yourself up. You're just to be ready to pull the clip. But on the defensive end, you got to make it hell for everybody there. You can switch. You're a person that you can switch. You can go over the screen, under the screen. If they try to take it in on you, you put body on them.
What's the definition? Yeah, what's the definition of a 3 and D player? Because everybody keep calling.
Did y'all hear what I said? Because I thought I answered this question.
No, I heard it. I think he's just lagging a little bit, but yeah, we heard what you said though. A 3 and D, you just play defense. It's literally in the name. You know, it's basically basically in the name.
That's why I tell people, they're like, you dropping clickbait. No, you see the name.
What would you classify Seth Curry?
Seth Curry?
Is he a 3 and D?
No, he don't play defense like he can't play D like Jello. He can get
what would you
walked over.
classify Seth?
As a shooting
Yeah, what would you classify Seth?
He's a bucket getter.
To me, he's a 1/2 point guard / shooting guard. That's what I would say he is. Can bro hear me? I don't know. I feel like
I think he's just lagging a little bit.
He's on delay.
Yeah, I think he's just delayed a little bit.
3 and D applies to me, and the one. Yes, I must have a serious.
Bro, try to leave
in the name. It's a no-brainer with 3 and D.
If you can't really hear us, so try to leave and come back, bro.
Like 3 and D, it's in the name. Like you don't even need to go and do research to know.
What would you classify Kyle Korver?
Kyle Korver is just a sharpshooter.
Just a shooting guard. He's not defense. None of that.
He's a sharpshooter. That's Kyle Korver. Seth Curry, sharpshooter. Steph Curry, sharpshooter. So you don't now get it. All the other guys, the guys I can see as 3 and D, like let's see,
Danny Green.
Who else? Mikal Bridges.
Mikal Bridges.
Kawhi Leonard. Then
OG Anunoby.
Kawhi Leonard.
Kyle Lowry. So many.
But and with Jello, it's not like he's limited there. So if anyone's listening to me, LiAngelo, he was limited by an ankle. There's only so much you can do on a hurt ankle. If you watch his training videos, you can see the handles getting quicker. You can see that if he wants to, he can do something in the post-up game. LiAngelo is going to continue to work on his footwork and work on his handles. He's not capped in those other areas. I'm just saying right now where he's an NBA level player at is the 3 and D. The other areas in his game are not NBA ready yet. You'll see spurts of it, but it won't be consistent.
I wish Brother Tony was here because here's the question. Because you want to know. I want to know if Jello's a 3 and D. I got a question.
Hold on, man.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, I'm here now. Can you hear me?
Hold on.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Reports. Hollinger says Lonzo Ball will likely receive a contract in the $100 million range. I don't know if y'all checked that out.
God damn.
For how many years?
No, I saw that.
Let me open that. I just got this from Yahoo Sports.
Yeah, so basically, it was like, he has like an algorithm or whatever that works out players' contracts and stuff like that. And basically, the max was like 100 million, and then like it's like his what he's probably gonna get is like 22 million per year. So whatever that is, like 96 or whatever. So it's gonna be somewhere in that 85 to 100 million dollar range, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the
100 mil, that's 25 a year.
Yeah,
100 mil, that's 25 a year.
It depends on the squad that wants him.
I just wanted to announce that. I don't mean to cut y'all off.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because here's the question. If Jello's a 3 and D, why is it that Lonzo. They wanted to turn Lonzo into Jello, play like Jello in the first place with New Orleans.
Okay, you hear me?
Because they felt like Lonzo didn't have the handles, the adequate handles.
No, it's that.
They could care less about his passing
Do I
ability.
still have the lag?
No, go ahead.
Maybe I don't know, but it's also that like some of that has to do with his half court creation and stuff like that. But if you look at the roster, if you look at the stats, man, there's only it's Lonzo and Bi who's shooting above league average. So like I can understand playing Lonzo off ball to like try like at least space the floor out a little bit, but like he was off ball, like it was bad. Like he barely got any pick and roll opportunities or anything like that. So.
Well,
Yeah.
they saw Lonzo improving in shoot-arounds. They watching him come after the game, before the game, and his shooting coach is telling the coaches, like, this young man has a clip. And Stan Van Gundy's like, well, I think we could use that more than his playmaking ability. We got Zion. We'll try to do Zion at point Zion, and we'll just make Lonzo the new J.J. Redick, and J.J. Redick ain't hitting the backboard right now. And they tried that, and they failed. That was just irrational. It was a quick ideal, and it was dumb. And look at Stan Van Gundy's gone.
Yeah, but also I heard like there are reports saying some of that has to do with David Griffin. I don't like they said point Zion is David Griffin's idea, and that Stan was the only one that agreed with it. So I don't know.
I wouldn't doubt that because David Griffin, he's a very aggressive individual at that type of position in the job, and you can watch his press conferences. He's very confident in himself, and he believes that he knows best, and so I wouldn't put that past him.
Man, his press conferences are hard to watch, man. He says a whole lot of nothing, bro. It's so hard to watch.
I mean, I had to watch for editing video and stuff like that, but I'd be like tired of it.
It's bad. It's bad. Wait, so what was it? Wait, so what? That was the question. The 3-and-D
Yeah, that
thing?
was the question. That if Jello was a 3-and-D player, it's for everybody. That if Jello was a 3-and-D player, why turn Lonzo to a 3-and-D player in New Orleans when he's a playmaker?
Yeah, that was basically it. It was just point Zion. They wanted to space the floor and JJ Redick's ass. So, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny because they traded JJ Redick and they didn't get shooters for him. They got non-shooters for him. So, David Griffin, he sucks.
They could have been got LiAngelo if that's what you wanted. You could have been had LiAngelo.
Facts.
Him and JJ Redick, they're the same height almost or whatever. JJ Redick started shooting like 25% at the end of the season. LiAngelo's in the wings in New Orleans, in shape, ready to go. And now look what you did to JJ. You told him one thing and did another, and now you're looking shady. You're supposed to trade him to this coast, and he on the other side of the country.
That's facts. So ball facts. Where do you think he's going to go free agency, Lonzo?
It's like this. If the Hornets want him, he's theirs, 100%. He'll go play with his brother like nothing. But I don't know what MJ is going to do. If not MJ, then the floodgates are open. It's like when I really feel something, I put it out there. I make a video on it, and I stand by it. I can't do that with Lonzo right now. Like I don't know, and I haven't made a real opinion on it. So I know that may be a cop out right now, but I don't really know.
No, I get it because there's like an unwritten rule of like I don't know, like a lot of people don't know this, but there's like an unwritten rule of NBA teams. They don't trade. They don't do any trades during the NBA Finals. The only time they did was, funny enough, the AD trade with Lonzo and stuff. But other than that, they don't do it. So after the finals are over, if we see some trades with the Hornets and stuff like that, then yeah, I think that the possibility is definitely going through the roof. But for now, with nothing going on with the Hornets and Lonzo, it's up in the air. It's definitely up in the air. But that's Lonzo with most teams though. That's like most of them is up in the air. It's only like the Bulls and the Knicks really right now.
I'm still hearing Clippers. I'm hearing Lakers, but everything is sensationalized around the deadline. So
facts, and Rich Paul, he's gonna be whispering into people's ears. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get the most money possible for Lonzo. Respectable. You know what I'm saying?
And like King C said, shout out to Flight Sports, bro. Your chats are getting better. Your platform is growing. I see the numbers going up. You got some great combos on here, and that's why I gotta come on here. So shout out to you.
Definitely, man. We're just trying to do our part, man. Appreciate it, man. Shout out to you. Keep bringing that content, man. I see you on Instagram working, man. You know what's so crazy, Ball Facts? We got a lot of people in here. I know we talk about basketball a lot. A lot of guys in here that's starting their YouTube platform, not just online, so it could be music. There's I got a lot of guys here that do different things. What's some advice for some of these guys who put out the video? Maybe they don't see the right returns right away. Maybe they want to quit. Do you have any advice for up and coming YouTubers?
Whoever's screaming in the back. No, I'm just playing.
My
bad. Yeah, actually, I do. I always have advice. Like, really find out what you want to say, even if it is not popular. What do you want to say? What is your main message? And when you drop content, say it unapologetically. Say what you want to say, and then be consistent with it. Everybody says consistency because it's the truth. If I get on here and I don't say that to you, you ain't. I would be lying to you. So if you feel like the Knicks are the best thing in the world, the best thing smoking, guess what? It's 8 billion people in this world. There's probably, 150,000 people at least that believe the same thing as you, and they want to hear somebody say it and talk about it. So whatever, even if everybody around you don't believe how you believe, say what you want to say, because people can see if you lying, people can see if you capping, if you really don't believe it. Say exactly what you want to say and don't stop saying it. Because eventually the algorithm is going to shoot you out to the people that want to hear you. And don't just drop one video a week. You don't drop out of 7 days, drop 4 videos. You got to blaze in the beginning, especially. And until you dropped 100 videos, don't say your YouTube channel didn't work. Don't say that.
Okay.
Can I pose a question?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I posed a question earlier, and I wasn't posing a question so I can get a understanding. I wanted to come to an agreement. Make sure we have the same interpretation of the word 3 and D. That's why I asked the question. Okay.
Oh, my man's back with good connection. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I was taught that 3 and D implies that you are has a special skill in shooting the 3-pointer and a special skill in defense. So that's why I asked the question, what are you guys' interpretation of it? So to make sure my interpretation was correct with what I was taught, I looked it up on the NBA glossary of terms. So if what I just said is true, why do you classify LiAngelo as a 3 and D player if he's not a skilled defensive player? Unless you classify him as that.
I do. On the contrary, I mean, if you watch all of his Chino Hills games or his LKL games, first of all, his size makes him switchable on a lot of things, and not every player can switch. So if you got a Devontae Graham out there or Terry Rozier, and that switch comes, they can get bodied and pushed down to the rim. Also, on his ankle, yeah, he was a little slow-footed and this and that, but from recent things that I've been told and certain films that I have seen that I have not even put out, that LiAngelo is moving really good on his ankle. So I believe that in the NBA, just because of his size and his that stamina, that Chino Hills stamina, the hills, and his ankle surgery, that he will come into the league and be able to defend multiple positions. That's just what I believe. So I believe right away he can be good at that, and right away he can be good at shooting. The inside game and the dribbling, I feel like maybe he's at a collegiate level with that, and that will develop as he goes on. But right now, as it stands, his defense and his shooting, to me, are going to be the elite things that he has right now in the NBA.
So you think he's a defensive specialist?
Not specialist, but great at defense. Put it this way: look at Lonzo. Lonzo was never a defensive specialist, but because of his size and his being so active, we've seen Lonzo get crossed. We've seen Lonzo, get taken off the dribble, but he always is getting steals. He's always being active. So I would consider Lonzo Ball defense. He's a great defender. I think LiAngelo can be the same.
But that was Lonzo's scouting report when he came out of college, the defensive specialist.
Actually, that was in question.
Yeah.
That was a question of what his defense is. He actually did a sit down with Isaiah Thomas, and Isaiah Thomas said, yeah, you can do this and do that, but what about your defense? It might have been a different NBA player, but I think it was Isaiah Thomas. I got the video. But they were really in question about that because they said your father's style of basketball promotes no defense. You or your brothers do not play defense. That's what the consensus was.
Okay, we gotta do the same thing we did with the last brother.
What's up, bro, Tony?
Oh, what's up?
It says right here, strengths at 6'6". This is the NBA scouting report on Lonzo Ball.
As
At
of
6,
today, as of today, or when he was drafted?
When he was drafted out
Okay.
of college, UCLA. This is his NBA comparison to Jason Kidd and Ricky Rubio. On his defense, at 6'6", he has the size to see over the defense and find shooters on the perimeter. Okay, wait a minute. This is his offense according to the defense. Okay, here it is right here.
You're talking about the draft, right?
Yes. Let me see. I'm trying
Go
to
ahead.
see if I can. No, this is talking about his offense against defense. Let me find it. I'm sorry. There's his offense against defense. I'm sorry.
All right, well, you know, I think a lot of people have that twisted too. LiAngelo, he's still young. I mean, he's got to develop too.
Also, I think somebody in the chat say he has no passing ability. That's incorrect. LiAngelo
can pass. Who told you that?
He can pass. Everybody tells me that, but he can pass. Just because he knows I'm shooting at a high clip, so when I touch the ball, if I have a slight bit of room, I'm going to shoot it.
Ball fact. The only thing.
Good pass.
Oh yeah, ball fact. The only difference between Lonzo and Jello is that Jello's not a flashy passer. Like everyone should know that Jello's not a flashy passer. Lonzo, on the other hand, is a flashy passer, just like LaMelo is. Jello is the only outlier when it comes to passing in a flashy style.
So standing next to them, he's going to look like he's not a good passer, but that's only because he's next to them. He is a good passer.
Yeah, Jello be throwing dimes, man. I remember during Chino Hills, man, he'd be no looking sometimes, you know, on cuts. It's beautiful to watch, bro.
But he's not flashy at it. You look at LaMelo. LaMelo gets the highlight. Lonzo also gets the highlight, but Jello's not a highlight passer like his other two brothers. But they all got the
he makes the simple pass. Like Jello, he likes to make the more simple pass.
They all got the passing gift.
Yeah, they all have that gift just because LeVar did it.
Shout out to King C. Red pill, blue pill. Let's go.
Wait, so how big of a leap do y'all think Melo will take next year?
Depends on what his role is. That's how I see it.
All right, well let's say he plays point guard.
No, ain't no way he's playing point guard. Come on, they got too many point guards on that team.
Well, I mean, they also have a lot of free agents that are guards. So you never know. He's not playing
point guard because they have LaMelo Ball. So ain't no way LaMelo is gonna be playing shooting guard. He's that way. But I see him playing shooting guard or backup shooting
We got all access decks in the building. I just gave him a new name.
Good looking, panel. Good looking.
What up, Dex?
What's up? Yeah, Ballfax, I do have a question for you because you do a lot of research. Don't you think it'll be easier for Jello to be more accommodating than it was with Melo and Lonzo coming into the league because of the acclamation of Jello just being a shooter, and that's all that basically expected of him, to be a shooter and not to get anybody else involved or control anything as far as offense and defense and tempo and pace of the game?
Yeah, so the point guard role is the most scrutinized because there's so many facets in that role. And the expectations are not high for LiAngelo when it comes to, you know, the media world, the Stephen A's, the NBA in general. He was only a 3-star recruit before the China incident. So it wasn't just like the China incident made people stop messing with Jello. They never seen Jello as that guy, no matter what he did. So him coming into the league, it's going to be loud where we are on YouTube, but it's a little bit quiet in the NBA. You seen Devontae Graham didn't even want to show the camera on him. It's not that big a deal. So to them, so it's not, I don't think as much pressure, even though I think LiAngelo might be the one that can handle the most pressure. So without so much being asked of him, he'd go out there, play some defense, come around some screens, and just hit some shots. I think it'll be a lot easier for him to be acclimated in the NBA. And when they give him minutes and touches, he will provide what we've been waiting for. And it's that sniper mode.
Okay, I found this thing on his defense. It says on the surface, Ball shares some of the instincts of Jason Kidd and his tricks. He has excellent anticipation, position strength, and he regularly gravitates toward the ball when he's locked in. He averages 2.1 steals and 0.9 blocks per 40 minutes. He mastered the crackdown block, and like Kidd, knows how to wreak havoc in the backcourt at times using his brains, his length, and his hands. Ball is a rangier defensively and has length at the guard position. That was his thing on defense.
So basically, you're saying Lonzo was touted to be a defender coming in, and LiAngelo is not a good defender. Is that basically what you're saying?
I'm saying that Lonzo was touted to be a good defender, and LiAngelo is even a specialist on the level of Jason Kidd. I'm saying LiAngelo is not a specialist. He's a decent defender, but I wouldn't classify him as a defensive specialist. So that's why I wouldn't use the term 3 and D. He's more. Go ahead.
I was going to ask, what term would you give him?
I would give him more as a scorer, a sniper. You know, I would put him on the level of, but not as, he can't handle the ball as good as Ray Allen, but he can shoot, and he's unconscious like Ray Allen. Like I said, the perfect player to me that he matches with is Glenn Rice. To me, same speed. He's not as tall, but he shoots at the same clip as a Glenn Rice.
Okay,
I'll give you that.
I'm gonna take that.
And I guess I have more faith in Gelo's defense based on not any scouting report, just intangibles. Out of all the footage that I've watched, creating videos that I see, that I think he's to be a good defensive player on the NBA level at some point. I just believe that.
Okay, I can take that.
Brother Tone. How can you say Glenn Rice when Glenn Rice, first of all, was a 3-level scorer, and Glenn Rice can take you off the dribble if necessary?
Yeah, he could take you off the grid, but he didn't have no serious handles. He could take you just like Gelo, but he didn't have serious handles. He wasn't the type of player that'd cross you up. And he was most known for his pull-up jumper. And that's what LiAngelo does. He can shoot that jump on any place on the court, including the hash mark.
And plus, Glenn Rice also scored in the post too.
LiAngelo does the same thing.
Okay, all right.
Against opposing shooting guards.
Okay. Cool.
And I think I'm hoping that LiAngelo can come in the post right away and do something. But the size being so different in the NBA, I think there's going to be a learning curve when it comes to him going down low and banging with those type of guys, the 3s and the 4s and the 5s of the NBA. But I think his shooting, no matter who's out there, no matter what shooting guard, he's going to be able to get that off right away. I do see in maybe his second year that we'll get to see what we want to see from him going into the post. You know, a couple moves and him being a 3-tier scorer in that way.
Do you think he's NBA ready, or you think he's G League?
No, I believe he's NBA ready on those two things I said, like 3 and D. Now, what I don't want them to do is try to like throw him the ball and tell him go cross somebody and get a bucket. Like, I don't want that to happen, because then they're gonna say like he's got exposed. I want him to, when he's ready, start taking people off the dribble when he's comfortable with that. And you know, maybe he is right now, and we're gonna see that. But his shooting, and not only his shooting, but being ready for the thousands of people in the crowd, being clutch, like LiAngelo's NBA ready for that. So you got these games, you're trying to get to the playoffs, and these high intense moments, and some people out there are back down. People like LaMelo, you know, they turn up at the end of the game when other players are giving up. LiAngelo has that, and that's what's required from the NBA. So he's ready now for that.
I agree with your assessment. I agree with everything you said about Gelo, except for the D part.
I hope I'm right, and I hope you're wrong. I don't want to get stuff out there. I hope I'm right.
Yeah.
Yes. Rave King down in the comment section. Yeah, Jello do score in the post. We seen him do it in the JBA, and we seen him do it on the JBA World Tour. So I do agree with that, but
I saw
we
some
have
of
to
it in the
see.
LKL too.
Yeah, but
So
we have to
not
see
just
him do it against a much skilled players who are accommodating to defend the low post than the JBA or JBA World Tour.
What
So
what what
I agree he can score in the post, but
what shooting guard do you think in the NBA has that type of defense besides Klay Thompson? Shooting guard.
well, they might put a small forward on Jello though. I mean, they mix and match a lot, so it don't have to be guard for guard, forward for forward. You know what I mean? They do a lot of mismatches, so it could be a taller person. Just what happened with when Ben Simmons had to go cover Trey Young
How
to
would
slow
they
him
do
down.
that with the roster that Charlotte has with Bridges and the white guy Hayward?
You
How
said
would
with
they do that?
Charlotte?
Yeah,
No, I'm talking about the opposing team.
right. How would the opposing team put a shooting forward on Jello if you have Bridges at the shooting forward or Hayward at the shooting forward? How would they do that?
Okay, do you remember when Magic was doing Craig Hodges in the low post, and then they had to put Scottie Pippen on him to slow him down?
Magic was putting who?
Craig Hodges. Remember he
Craig
was taking Craig.
Hodges? No,
Yeah,
not
remember
Craig
he was taking.
Hodges.
Yeah, he was taking Craig Hodges down in the low post on that first championship that Jordan won. Do you remember that? And then they shipped. They changed and put Scottie Pippen on him, and then the rest was history. They
No,
didn't
sir.
win
No,
no
sir.
more
No, sir.
games.
No, sir. That's not how it went. No, sir.
Okay, explain.
That first championship, Jordan. Every time the Bulls played the Lakers, Jordan held Magic Johnson.
No,
They
no,
s-
sir. No,
Listen,
no, sir.
let me explain. Let me explain. Go back. You can go check the record.
Scottie
Every
Pippen
time.
held Magic, and
Let
then
me let,
and the
let,
Lakers
let,
didn't win not one more game.
let me
They
finish,
got
brother.
swept. Gentleman's sweep.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Every time they played the Lakers during the season, including the start of the playoffs, Jordan held Magic Johnson. The first game in the playoffs, Jordan got in foul trouble. And then they put Scottie Pippen on him to get Jordan out of foul trouble. That's how he ended up on Magic Johnson. It wasn't Craig Hodges. It was
Okay.
it was Jordan. Go check the playoff record. It'll tell you.
Okay, but Magic was taking him into the low post, correct?
Yes, but Jordan got in foul
Okay.
trouble.
Okay, that's all
That's
I'm
where I
saying.
was.
He was taking him into the low post, and then they put Scottie Pippen on him, and the rest was history.
No, sir.
After
No,
Lakers
sir.
won that first game. Lakers won that first game, and then it
Right.
was a wrap after that.
When was that first
Right?
championship? 91?
Yes, 91. Lakers won the first game.
Yeah, they did. But Jordan was on him. He got in foul trouble. That's what the deal was. Like.
Right. Okay. Okay. It was Jordan instead of Craig Hodges. It was Jordan. That's why.
Yeah,
Okay, I got it
exactly.
mixed up. But it was somebody Magic was taking the low post, and he was abusing them.
No, sir. No, sir. But I get your point, though. I got you.
Okay, but the moral of it is that they put a bigger body on Magic. He's a point guard. They put a bigger body on him.
See, that's the false narrative. The only reason he did that is because Jordan got in foul trouble.
Okay, but still, they could have put somebody else on Magic. They didn't have to put Scottie on him.
Who else are they gonna put on him?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, point guard for point guard. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. It'll always be guard for guard or point guard for point guard. That's all I was saying.
They had Jordan. Jordan was on. Jordan had 5 fouls that game. Jordan had.
No,
Magic.
that's irrelevant. That Jordan had 5 fouls. What I'm saying is when Magic went into the post as an advantage, because anybody Magic takes to it in the post is going to be advantage if it's a guard. So instead of them putting another guard or another shooting guard on Magic, they put a bigger body on Magic, which was Scottie Pippen, who happens to be their best defender. I'm not their best defender, but one of their best defenders outside of Jordan.
Jordan was on Magic. Paxson was on Byron Scott. Pippen was on James Worthy, and James Worthy was known to go down in the post, so he had to stick James Worthy. Then you had Horace Grant was on Perkins, and Cartwright was on.
And Vlade Divac, yeah, right. Cartwright on Divac. Okay, but my point is, Brother Tone, is that when Magic was doing any kind of damage that got Jordan into foul trouble, because that's damage. You get Jordan in foul trouble, that's what you do. That's defense in itself. Okay,
Mm.
they put somebody on Magic to thwart Magic's damage. You
Okay.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got your point.
So
I got your point.
So if Jello was to do the same, since he's a bigger shooting guard or guard than a guard that might be covering Jello, it's a possibility they might put somebody bigger on him to slow him down if he's doing that much damage.
Okay, I got you.
Same with and then I'm gonna go back to when the Lakers played Portland, when Ruben Patterson and what's the other brother name was taking Kobe into the low post.
Who, Porter? Kersey?
No, not Hersey. No, he's too big. Remember, it was Ruben Patterson, right? And then you had the so-called Kobe stopper, Ruben Patterson, and then you had what's the other kid? Was Ryder, J.R. Ryder.
Okay.
And then they had to put Rick Fox. They had to switch it with Rick Fox.
The Lakers did.
Because Kobe really couldn't handle Ruben Patterson, nor could he handle J.R. Ryder in the low post.
Oh, you talking about Bonzi Wells?
I mean Bonzi Wells, Wells. That's right, Bonzi Wells, big Bonzi, there you go, Bonzi Wells. You remember? So that's what I'm saying. So even though Jello can go in the low post, that don't mean that he'll be able to stay in the low post. So when I said that he was doing damage in the JBA World Tour, that might not translate all the way in the NBA unless he works on a little more skill. That's what I was basically getting at.
Okay, I got you.
Facts. I got a question though. Is everybody thinks like what LaMelo did doing the JBA World Tour, and LiAngelo was there every step of the way, and that's where they split. So then LaMelo goes to Spire, then LaMelo goes to the Drew League, then LaMelo goes to the NBL. My question to the fans at home and anybody watching is, along this way, Jello helping LiAngelo really LiAngelo helping LaMelo, saving him in the JBA, coming to the JBA World Tour, going against great overseas teams, whether people know it or not, and still putting up buckets. That if he would have, even though he's a few years older than LaMelo, if he would have been able to go with LaMelo where he was going, do you think all of a sudden Jello would have stopped doing what he does? Do you think if he was really in the NBL on the Hawks team, that he would have just been getting 10 points a game? These are the people that don't make any sense to me. I watched the competition at the NBL. Yes, those guys are good, whatever. But compared to LaMelo still goes there, he still does what he does. Jello would have still did what he did. So that's the logic that I don't get, that people look at the path that LaMelo took, and if LiAngelo had took that same path with LaMelo, do you think that he would have been a 10 points per game type of player? That wouldn't have been so. He would have still been 25 and up. Most likely 30.
Actually, ball facts, LiAngelo was going to go over there, remember? And then the management team told him, don't go because you're going to interfere with what LaMelo already have going on.
And I'm not mad at that looking at now. Hindsight, I was upset about that because I wanted him there. But look at LaMelo. LaMelo's like, chill, bro. You had me. I got you. Don't worry about nothing. And now look, he with him in the Hornets facility.
That's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said.
Not mad at all about that. But if they would have went there, the Hawks wouldn't have been no losing team in the NBL. They wouldn't have been a losing team.
I agree.
I don't think it was about the Hawks being a losing team. I think it was about LaMelo being able to showcase his talent within a professional environment.
And you're right. And that's what they knew. They said, we don't want you to come over here and y'all dominate our league. And then people say, oh, well, LaMelo only did good because LiAngelo was with him. And LiAngelo only did good because LaMelo was with him. For some reason, everybody wanted to split these boys up. Why? Because when they combine, it's like Captain Planet. It's like Voltron. You know what I'm saying? It's like a whole new LeBron. They don't want that. But that's what it is.
I agree. I don't know who Voltron is, but I agree.
Yeah, Voltron is a cartoon that used to was able to split up in so many different parts and then come together as one.
Oh,
that was
man,
awesome.
okay, that's deep.
He said, "I'll form the head."
Yeah, that was awesome. Voltron was awesome back in the day. Actually,
Okay.
I had a Voltron, a large Voltron about like 3 feet tall. No, wait, maybe not 3 feet tall. Maybe about 2 feet tall Voltron.
Okay, you know what it is then.
I think that was before my time, brother.
But anyway, is Rave King in here?
I know he's
I need to talk to Rave King if he's in here. Mr. Passion himself.
I think he's in the chat.
You better watch it because Ray Kingdom come on here. It's like, yeah,
He's in the chat.
he don't play.
Yeah, because I saw something yesterday on Devontae's story when you posted Ball Facts, and Rave King, and I know Rave King had to be so upset to see them twins up in there like that. You know, they was getting first class service. So I keep telling Rave King them twins ain't going nowhere, and I need him to explain himself.
Well, okay,
Or-
wait. You
They
said
do the dirty work.
you said the twins are not going anywhere?
No, they're not going nowhere. I've been. See, a lot of them got on me. See, just before you kind of came on, Brother Tone, but a lot of them got on me. They laughed at me. You know what I'm saying? When I told them about the twins, because they were saying how the twins sucks. But I said, yeah, they could suck if they play out of position. You know, but they won't suck if they in a controlled environment. Now that Melo, because Devontae Graham straight up said, "This is my superstar." And you know Devontae, when he's speaking for the Hornets, of course, you know what I mean? Because
Right.
he's a company guy. He's a company guy.
Right.
So when he said, "This is my young superstar," okay? And when he said that, he made it known that, okay, this is Melo's now, right?
Right.
That's what I got from it. This is Melo's now. Now, when you saw the twins there with them training, that's going to be almost like their core. The only reason why PJ and I think Miles wasn't there because they on the select team or something like that. But you didn't really see nobody else outside of, you know, the Devontae. Who was that other cat that was picking up the dumbbell?
PJ Washington.
Yeah, PJ Washington. You didn't see nobody else outside of that.
You mean Mr. Donut, Mr. Cheeks Washington?
Yeah, but I'm just saying that if you look at that, seems like that's going to be their core. Miles Bridges, Devontae Graham, PJ Washington, LiAngelo Ball, and the twins.
Wait, no, Terry. What about Terry?
That's what I'm saying. I didn't see no Terry. I don't know about that. What Terry doing?
Yeah,
Terry ain't on the Olympic team.
I think they're gonna get rid of Terry and
Gordon.
Monk.
And Gordon.
If they do that, they definitely have some space to bring Lonzo in and bring a good center.
No Bismack. We didn't see no Bismack, and we didn't see no Cody Zeller. So maybe their contracts in the balance.
The twins do the dirty work. But on another note, I want to see what it looks like in the scrimmage when Devontae Graham is guarding Jello. Is he pulling up on him or just backing that little boy down? Because you know Jello, he gorilla heavyweight. I want to see those hidden tapes, that footage. I'm on a stalk for that.
And the only reason why I was advocating for the twins is because when I watched Charlotte, because I watched every dribble of Charlotte's basketball this year, and when I watched Charlotte, even though the twins was kind of reckless, I was like, well, they put a lot of energy into whatever they're doing.
They sure do.
Even though it's not controlled, but it's a lot of energy, and that's what you want with players, you know, playing with LaMelo and Miles Bridges. You need somebody that's going to put energy in doing whatever they need to do to get the job done according to, you know, the coach dictates.
Yeah, you follow me. Twins on the bench when Patrick Beverly yelling, acting crazy. You look down the bench and be like, "Get that man, get out there." You know what I'm saying?
There you go. They might not have a prominent role, but they're gonna have a role.
Yeah, and when you
like an Anthony Mason, you know, like Anthony Mason, go get him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah, I like the way they play. They're not very good shooters, but
long as we ain't got to break the bank for them, and they don't need to be shooting. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Pass the ball. You know,
dunk on a fast break.
Yeah.
And that's good. But that's what I saw. And then when I advocated for them not to be gone, I mean, you should have seen the type of criticism and ridicule I received on the panel.
I don't think they need both of them.
But it's hard because if one leave, where he gonna go? You know, he's basically out the league.
Yeah, they got to combine. You know what I mean? Like, what is one without the other? That's why they keep the same hairstyle, everything. You know,
but they hold in one. They hold in a valuable spot on the roster.
As long as they ain't getting
14, 15.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't pay them too much. Relax, chill.
14, 15 is not really a valuable spot, honestly. Somebody's got to be 14 and 15.
Yeah, but you got 1 through 7 are guards.
Well, Monk. I'm sorry, Monk. He to me, I always call him the new J.R. Smith. He can get real hot and he can be just horrible. Too streaky, So I like Monk, but Monk is very expendable. And Terry or Graham, you can't have two 6 foot
Yeah.
How you gotta go.
How you got half your roster is point guards or shooting guards? Half your roster.
Yeah, that don't work.
That don't make sense. You got Graham, you got Melo, you got Monk, you got Rozier, and you got the two twins. That's 6 players.
You're right, and that's why you need the Ball brothers, because we all looking at 6'6", around 6'6". Now those guys are interchangeable between point guard, shooting guard, small forward at times. When you got guys that are only 6 foot tall, you can only play one position. You taking up too much space.
Right. I like them. I like the twins, but I think it's it's too much for just
I mean,
one position.
They're expendable if they're taking up too much. Like if you need to get rid of them to get a better piece, I would say you can make that. But if there's no one on
everybody but the twins, everybody but LaMelo and Miles Bridges, they're expendable. So them twins, I ain't got no love for them. They just the guys that are on the team. It's kind of like when you're in a high school team, you have a bunch of guys that they just break too many shots, but the team just sees something in them when they clearly know they're trash.
Right.
One of them is very trash, while the other is useful. Like one is useful, while the other is just so trash. Like you need to go to the G League for good.
Yeah, both of them guys are shooting like 25% from three.
And that's why they don't need to shoot. They need to come out and do the dirty work. And some players are good for that, People always get mad at me though because I said Terry Rozier could be a 6th man of the year. And I was ready to get rid of Graham and ready to get rid of Monk. Terry Rozier, all offense, great player. You could be the next Jamal Crawford, Lou Williams. You're not really that great on defense. You're too small anyway. So come off the bench and sweep something up for the team. That's what you need in the playoffs. You don't need just kills you in starting 5. You need somebody to come off the bench with high octane offense. And why can't Terry Rozier be that?
I agree.
Devontae Graham is a very good 6th man. Devontae Graham is a very good 6th man. As much as y'all speak
why do you say that? Because he's only thing he does is shoot. That's it. He's not a great ball handler. He can't play D.
Rozier is good with ball handling and playmaking. That's why I say start him for now till you see the next offseason because you got no other option and y'all not have no chance of getting Lonzo anyways. So you might as well just wait another 3 years and see how the market is. So right now, it's best to just see what's good because the thing with the Rozier situation is that Rozier is the best clutch player on the team. Like the best clutch playmaker on the team is LaMelo, but the best clutch scorer on the team is Rozier. So would you rather have the best clutch scorer sit on the bench, or would you have their best clutch scorer start alongside their best clutch playmaker? That's what you got to
clutch
think about.
means at the end of the game, bro. He ain't got to start. He can come in at the end.
I know.
Okay.
You don't bench the best clutch scorer.
I'm sorry, but who is talking right now?
You start him.
Yeah, who's talking right now? Who's this? I can't see your name because Ball Pass got the whole screen.
Hey, yeah, take me off. I'm not trying to take y'all shine. Go ahead, take me off.
But anyway, why you said that they has no chance to get Lonzo? Please explain that.
Yeah, I'd like to know that too.
The Caps, you got to understand the Caps and how the Hornets operate. And you also have to look at the options available. If you look at all that, you would understand. Because the thing is, I would love Lonzo in Charlotte, but let's not dabble in delusion and say that Lonzo's going to go to Charlotte. Like, it's not happening.
So why do you say
it's not even confirmed? Jordan does not say that.
What's the problem with the cap space?
The cap space. Look at it. Look at the contracts they have. For them to, they need to free space to get Lonzo. They need to clear damn near half the roster to get Lonzo. Okay, that's what you gotta understand.
Okay, this is what I'm saying.
That means they have to get rid of the twins. They have to get rid of either Graham or Monk. Then they have to reduce Gordon Hayward's contract, which Gordon Hayward is not willing to take a pay cut. So you gotta do something about that too.
Okay. Now let me ask you a question. So you got Cody Zeller, he's a free agent. You got Malik Monk, he's a free agent. You got Biyombo, he's a free agent. You got Devontae Graham, he's a free agent.
And
So
they're gonna resign them.
they're gonna resign Zeller, Monk, and Graham.
They're gonna resign. I have a feeling it's more likely to get Graham over Monk because they cannot resign both.
They don't have to. That clears the cap space right there. If they get rid of those 4 free agents, they got 4 free agents.
Look at it. You need to look at the contract that Lonzo is looking for.
Right.
And
Cody Zeller is
Hornets is like
million.
the number 10 team that can get Lonzo. Number 10. Not even number 1. Number 1 is the Knicks.
Wait a minute. You said the cap space, right? With Cody Zeller got
Knicks
14.
have the cap space to get Lonzo. Easily.
Wait a minute. What I'm saying to you is you got 4 free agents on the books that can come off the books. They free agents now.
They have 5 free agents. Not 4.
They actually
5.
have more, but I'm talking about the starters. I mean the ones that play a lot. They got more than that, but I'm just saying the ones that play a lot. I think they have like
Graham is a free agent. Mark is a free agent. Wanamaker is a free agent. The Twins are free agents.
I don't know about the Twins. I don't think the Twins are.
The Twins are free agents. They're free agents.
I don't think so. I'm looking at the free agent list right here.
Cody Martin actually is a free agent.
Okay, well, you got that makes 8 free agents. And Cody Zeller is getting 14 million.
You gotta look. They got. I feel like with the Hornets, they need to empty out the space. Plus, they're getting a big. So now that makes up another clog in the space. So what they're looking for is a big, not another guard. So you also have to think about that too, brother.
No, but I'm just talking about strictly on the cap space. If Cody Zeller is getting 14, his Monk is getting 4 million. Biyombo is
even the
getting
cap
3.5.
space.
Huh?
I just talked about getting a center that would also shut their cap space to a low amount. So
What
that
I'm
means
saying
they
is-
have a lower chance of getting Lonzo. I said they have a lower chance of getting Lonzo. Not that
Okay.
they don't have a chance of getting Lonzo.
Okay. I got you.
They're number 10 on the list of teams that will get Lonzo. The Bulls
whose list? On whose
that
list?
we're even talking about is number 8.
They're number 10 on whose list?
The Knicks are number 1. The Thunder is number 2
On whose list?
on the list of the teams that could get Lonzo on the team.
I said whose list? Who wrote the list?
I'm not writing the list. I'm looking at based on the cap space. If you do the research,
I'm asking you
Oh,
whose
the cap
list are
space.
you reading? Whose list are you reading?
Here's the
It's
thing
not my
about that,
list.
though. Here's the thing about that. Just because they have the cap space doesn't mean that they want them or they want to get them. Teams
That's
who don't have
another
cap
thing.
space, they can do a sign and trade, and what that means is they can go into the luxury tax to get Lonzo. So technically, the Hornets.
Dante, you gotta understand.
No,
Hornets
but listen,
don't want to
they
pay the luxury tax.
technically, okay, no, yeah, I know, but this is what I'm saying though. Technically, if they wanted to, if they for once wanted to, they could re-sign everybody and then do a sign and trade with Lonzo, and then they'd go into luxury tax. But that's not going to happen. They're not going to go into the luxury tax for no fucking Lonzo Ball. So I doubt it. But you know, for
just
other
explained my
teams,
point.
that's what they could do as well. Like for the Bulls, that's why they're like damn near number 1 or number 2 on like Lonzo's like where he's most likely going to go. Is because they can open it up.
Everybody, I appreciate y'all, but I gotta get up out of here, man. Get everybody to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV. Everybody pull back up later on tonight.